following is a presentation of the Magnitude Sports Network.
And Anderson is going to launch for three. It's good!
Now it's game time. Let's head up to the broadcast booth for the pregame show right now on Magnitude Sports.
And good evening and welcome into the Lake Shirts Fieldhouse here on the Magnitude Sports Network. I'm Jason Groth with Lance Rock with Chris Hubden on camera tonight. We thank you for tuning in to the Section 8 2A championship game between the Perham Yellow Jackets and the Wadena Deer Creek Wolverines here on the Gene Sports Shop pregame show. And Lance, what a story. We've talked about it the last 2 days, and you can't really write this one.
No, this is, it's one of those matchups that you probably couldn't even have pinpointed at the beginning of the year, maybe not even at Christmas time. There were two clubs really headed in kind of opposite directions, and yet here we are on a collision course for the Section 8 AA championship game, and we'll hit storyline after storyline, and the more you dive into it, the more you find more research and how this is connected in this game. It's just so crazy. And, it's one of those things that we love because there's sure a lot of stuff to talk about, and we're going to hit a lot of that tonight. But, again, you can't go much further than David and Goliath, or if you want to use the Cinderella story, or however you want to unfold this story. When you have an 11 seed make it to the finals, we talked about this the other night, there's some cheering that's going to happen for them. Everybody seems to like the underdog in this case. If you're from Wadena Deer Creek, there's just something about it. But yet there's also something about being the number 1 seed and walking in here and going, yep, this is what we planned all year long.
Should be an interesting one. We'll tell you what's at stake and much more in our Gene Sports Shop pregame show. We'll take a quick time out, come back to the Lake Shirts Fieldhouse here in Detroit Lakes on the Magnitude Sports Network.
I didn't know what a derecho was. Didn't know that kind of storm existed. I didn't worry a bit about my coverage. It did not let me down. I was not caught blindsided. The secret is to have an agent that gets you insured for your needs. If you don't have Farm Bureau, you don't have good insurance.
Contact Farm Bureau agent Michelle Beck in Perham at 218-345-4010.
Hi, I'm Alec Meyer, and I'm a mortgage lender at United Community Bank. The best part about my job is I get to help people like you buy your dream home. At United Community Bank, we have many different loan options to best suit your needs. We offer loans with as little as 0% down and may have down payment assistance available to help you secure your first home. I'm Alec Meyer, and I'm a mortgage lender at United Community Bank. Stop in and see us or visit us online at ucbankmn.com.
United Community Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
There is a voice inside of you. Do you hear it? An ember burning deep within, calling you to gather your tribe, beckoning you deep into the wild, and instilling in you the courage of 10 Wolverines. You know that voice.
Yep, it's me, your inner otter, and I want you to visit findyourinnerotter.com to explore all that Ottertail Lakes Country, Minnesota has in store for you. See you soon.
Welcome to Nias Family Sales, located just north of Highway 10 exit in Perham. Stop in today or visit NiasFamilySales.com to view the quality inventory of pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs. Nias Family Sales can offer financing options to fit your needs, no matter your credit history. Nias Family Sales also has an experienced and reliable parts and service department that's open extra hours to help fit your hectic schedule. Nias Family Sales, the Lakes area automotive leader since 1999.
What sets the world's leading hospitals apart from the rest? It's their continued ability to deliver the highest quality patient care. Perham Health is honored to be a top 10 Minnesota hospital. Patients experience it, and Newsweek has recognized it. Even during the unpredictability of the pandemic, the nurses, doctors, and many others at Perham Health put their best foot forward. Thank you to everyone at Perham Health for continuing to provide the best patient care.
Welcome back into the Lake Shirts Fieldhouse. I'm Jason Groth with Lance Rock as we're just a bit away from tonight's Section 8 2A championship game between the Perham Yellow Jackets and the Wadena Deer Creek Wolverines. The Yellow Jackets come in with a record of 25-3, the number 1 seed, while the Wadena Deer Creek Wolverines come in with a record of 18-11 and the number 11 seed. We'll talk a little bit more about how both these teams got here, but first we'd like to thank all our sponsors, the Gene Sports Shop, to sponsor the pregame show, as well as the Goose Group, J&L Nutrition in the Backyard, Quality Toyota, Outer Fitness Garage, Perham Health, Rooter Family Dentistry, KLN Family Brands, and EOT Insurance, as well as a host of others that we'll get through as the broadcast rolls on here tonight. Once again, we'd like to thank them for all their support of sports here on Magnitude Sports. And tonight, Lance, we look at these two teams, different roads to get here. Both teams looking for a trip to state in a long time. The Wolverines looking for their third. The Yellow Jackets looking for their second. And for the Yellow Jackets, it'll be their second trip since 1991.
Yeah, and it's been a long time for both of these clubs, so something is going to break loose tonight. And it's one of those that either side of this is you're going to see ecstatic at the end of the game, and you should. Entering the state tournament, no matter what sport, no matter what you're doing, is such a huge honor, and it changes the whole game. And really, I think it changes the dynamic of your program if you reach that element, because like the old saying went in a movie that I watched, Jason, that once you've reached greatness, it never leaves you. And I think there's some truth to that. I think there's some truth that once you start to see that, you only want more. And I think for both clubs, whether you're Coach TJ Super, whether you're Coach Jordan Cressup, that's where you're trying to get your program to and build off of that to make it a yearly chance for that run.
Entering tonight's game, again, the Wolverines 18-11. Overall, they're 10-5 on the road, 1-0 on a neutral court, which was just the other night when they knocked off Beaver Falls, and 7-6 at home. They're 7-3 in their last 10. They got here with a 57-43 victory over Holly. Then the biggest stop they had of the tournament, stopping a drive against Pelican Rapids, earning a 48-47 victory there, and then knocking off Beaver Falls 51-44 to get here.
Right, and I think inside of all those numbers, this is what struck me. 11 seed defeated the 6 seed. 11 seed defeated the 3 seed. 11 seed defeated the 2 seed. Now they get the 1 seed. And so how far does this story go? You know, and I think if that's what you're telling your kids, if you're Coach Jordan Cressup, is look what we've done. Each level, we've kicked it up another notch. We can do this. You know, and if you're Coach TJ Super, and I'll let you get to Perham's, you're combating that story.
And if you're the Yellow Jackets tonight's night, you think all fairy tales come to an end and don't have happy endings. The Yellow Jackets, the number 1 seed, 25-3 overall, 18-0 against teams from Section 8 2A, 10-1 on the road, 1-0 here in a neutral site, 14-2 at home. They've won 7 of their last 8, 8-2 in their last 10. How they got here, they knocked off Warroad 64-26, knocked out Fergus Falls 77-52, and defeated DGF 54-36. And in that game was one they really had to grind out.
They did, and I think each contest maybe except for the opening round, there was a little adversity in there. They came to play, and it got physical, and the first half was a good game. Again, I think those are all the building blocks to get you to this night. And if you're the Yellow Jackets, you've won handily in most games. DGF game was probably a little spread out more than the score. It wasn't evident of what the game was because it was a tightly matched battle. But if you're the Yellow Jackets, you can say all the right things. They've had this one circled. This is where they wanted to be. Now they're here. Now they want to take care of business.
We'll take a quick timeout here on the Gene Sports Shop pregame shows. We're still about over 30 minutes away from the opening tap between the Wolverines and the Yellow Jackets. We have much more for you on the Gene Sports Shop pregame show here on the Magnitude Sports Network.
Budget Blinds, based in Detroit Lakes, serving Perham, Fergus Falls, and Park Rapids, is celebrating its 30th anniversary. Whether you need blinds, shades, shutters, drapes, check out the entire inventory online, budgetblinds.com. Also, schedule a consultation on the website. Have more questions? Give them a call, 218-206-9599. Budget Blinds is backed by the #1 provider for custom window coverings in North America and is your local window coverings expert. Visit online, budgetblinds.com.
Reuter Family Dentistry, with locations in Perham and Wadena, welcomes new patients. Here's what Reuter Family Dentistry can offer you.
We offer wisdom teeth removal, sedation dentistry, dental implants, root canals, cosmetic dentistry, and Invisalign.
The fact that it can be done here is really important for me because, it's a chore sometimes getting all your maintenance done. So if it's all done in the right place, that makes it a lot easier.
Hansen's Plumbing and Heating provides the highest quality products and services to ensure the comfort and safety of all their customers. It's what they do. Henry Hansen, later known as Hardware Hank, first opened the family hardware store in the early 1930s in Burgess, Minnesota. Today, they are proud to carry on his legacy of hard work and honesty through teamwork, fellowship, cutting-edge technology, and forward thinking. 218-346-2422 or make a visit in Perham, Burgess, or Detroit Lakes today. Hansen's Plumbing and Heating, proudly serving Minnesota families for over 80 years.
Odds are there's an ace right in your neighborhood. With expert advice and the right tools to make your quick fixes even quicker. Around the block, what you need in stock. With people who know their stuff. Welcome to the Home Convenience Store.
Hi, this is Mallory Stotterell
and Erica Saylor from Lakes Ace Hardware.
You can expect expert help for your next project at Lakes Ace Hardware,
right here in downtown Perham.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
New Horizons Realty has a beautiful home available on Devil's Lake. No corners cut in this 5-bedroom, 5-bath, walkout-style home that includes a 3-stall garage. Host your friends to a breathtaking lake scenery from your new cedar deck patio that is only steps away from the beach. Make it your home this summer and many summers to come. Visit PermRealEstate.com for more info and photos of this magnificent lakeside home or call 218-346-7767 today. Welcome to the Cactus. The Cactus was built from a passion to gather, to celebrate, and to experience sophisticated fun. Gather your group, rival friends in a game of golf, or lace up the bowling shoes in a grand rendition of the classic American pastime while you enjoy our classic American cuisine served from our scratch kitchen. Don't forget, the Cactus is your go-to watch party destination for all Perham Yellow Jacket broadcasts. The Cactus, a unique dining and entertainment venue, 43521 Fort Thunder Road in Perham.
Welcome back to the Lake Shirts Fieldhouse. I'm Jason Groth with Lance Rock with Chris Hovden on camera tonight. We thank you for tuning in to tonight's game on the Gene Sports Shop pregame show. Moments away from the start of warm-ups here. You can tell anticipation starting to build. The crowd's starting to file in here. late arriving compared to us, but they're coming in now as they get ready to go for what's going to be a fun atmosphere here tonight at the Lakeshore Fieldhouse.
Right, and hats off again. We should give credit where credit's due. Detroit Lakes and their whole staff, they just do a fantastic job. And they're ready. The things that they scroll on the big screens here, the floor, the playing facility just looks great, and it's a great place to call a game as well. So hats off to Rob Nielsen and his staff for what they do to make all of these things happen and make it such a special opportunity for these ladies.
Wolverines taking the floor. The Yellow Jackets will be right behind them for warm-ups tonight in the Section 8 2A championship game here from the Lake Shirts Fieldhouse. And a lot of things we're going to talk about throughout this, but we have a moment now we can kind of talk about the ties. There are a lot of connections. Obviously, we're not going to be able to talk about them all tonight, but there's some definite ones when you just look at the coaching staffs.
Well, exactly. You go down the line and you look at the coaching staffs from Wadena Deer Creek, and it's almost kind of weird to see them in the opposite colors as Coach Jordan Cressup. I don't think it needs to be known, but it is, and I think everybody knows it already, is what I meant to say, is Coach Cressup from Perham's son, and has done a phenomenal job. And his assistant, Coach Anderson, played with Coach Cressup in those years that they had some really, really good teams, and we probably remember watching him play. And then we have Coach Gravel, who formerly was Wendy Meyer, who was on Perham's 1991 state tournament team in the last one that Perham had. So, man, these storylines, Jason, and that's just the tip of the iceberg.
And you look on the Yellow Jacket side, a lot of relatives all the way through, and you know Coach Cressup, Dave Cressup's going to have a unique feeling watching tonight's game and being so proud of his son in this spot here. And it's just one of those unique matchups that you rarely get with that many connections between the two coaches' staffs.
It is. It's just great for the sport of basketball, and it's great for high school athletics. And I'd be remiss, I got to throw a shout out to a great friend of mine, Coach Daryl Peterson, who was the 1991 coach and a lifelong friend of mine. And I know somewhere down deep inside of him, this brings back some memories, and I'm sure for Coach Gravel down on the court, it does as well. And it's just such a neat feeling and a neat atmosphere. And you look at the crowds, and they're ready to go. And we got a ways before the game, and it's already feeling electric in here.
Well, and you look, if you go both Facebook pages, a shout out to both teams on Perham Public Schools Facebook page, Wadena Deer Creek Public Schools Facebook page. Today, hyping up the game, we had a nice post on the Perham Public Schools Facebook page, a nice post to the 1991 team, and a lot of the comments back. In fact, Wendy Gravel was one of them commenting about how she was a member of that team.
Yeah, and it's just really fun, and the ties run so deep for those teams that have that success, Jason, that there's so many girls there that played, and I say girls, they're my age, and I certainly don't feel like a boy anymore, but we'll preface it as girls. But I think they're in the crowd, and they're here, and you relive those things because it's just such an awesome feeling, and it doesn't happen that often. And at the end of the day, we just have to remember how many teams wish they were here. You know, whether you come out victorious or you come out on the not good side of the scoreboard, there's a lot of teams who would trade places with you right now. And I never had this feeling in basketball to be in this position. I did football, and I just remember how important that is. And every time my buddies and we see each other, it's you remember that game? You remember that? And so those feelings last a lifetime.
Once again, we thank you for tuning in to the Gene Sports Shop pregame show. We also like to thank our sponsors, Magnify Financial, also Jacket Manufacturing. Make sure to visit jacket-manufacturing.com for more information and products available from Jacket Manufacturing. Also like to thank Wadena State Bank with locations in Bluffton, Deer Creek, and Wadena. The Gores Company. Visit gorescompany.com to place your listing today. The pregame show brought to you by Gene Sports Shop. All rolls on here on the Magnitude Sports Network.
Located in Lakes Country of Minnesota, you can find 7 unique Find Your Goose destinations to enjoy. It's about recognizing the moments of happiness on your journey of life. The places you go and the people you meet become your community. Here at Find Your Goose, community is our priority. Find Your Goose businesses are guaranteed to have a friendly staff, high-quality products, and a commitment to giving back to the community. 7 unique locations. A million reasons to visit. Come Find Your Goose. There's something for everyone.
Every day, thousands of dogs in the Lakes area are told to stay. When they wanted to play at the Backyard Playcare, Doggy Daycare, or Playcare is the perfect spot for your dog. 100% supervised playtime and 100% fun in a brand new facility that opens this fall. Contact the Backyard Boarding and Playcare at 218-346-4104 or check us out on Facebook today.
Welcome to Gene Sport Shop, located right on Main Street in Perham, Minnesota. We offer a full line of sporting goods and have everything you need for your next hunting or fishing adventure. As a third-generation family-owned business with over 60 years of experience, we pride ourselves on great customer service from our friendly, knowledgeable staff and are open 7 days a week for your convenience. We have you covered on all your fishing and hunting needs and have a great selection of clothing, bait, tackle, firearms, ammunition, and a full archery department. Gene Sport Shop, located in Perham.
Ray's Sport and Marine in Perham has you covered for all your recreational needs. Ray's carries a large inventory of Lund boats, Bennington pontoons, plus Viaggio pontoons. They also carry the Yamaha line of ATVs and UTVs, as well as the full line of Honda Power Sports. Stop in and check out all of what Ray's Sport and Marine has to offer. You can also visit us at the in-house boat show March 10th and 11th. Good luck to all Perham athletes, and go Yellow Jackets!
Welcome back into the Lake Shirts Fieldhouse. Jason Groth with Lance Ronk, as we're just moments away from the Section 8 2A Girls Basketball Championship between the Perham Yellow Jackets and the Wadena Deer Creek Wolverines. The winners of this game will find themselves at either Williams Arena or the Materi Pavilion on Wednesday, March 15th at either 6 or 8 o'clock for the first round of the state tournament. Coming up on Wednesday, March 15th, but still have 36 minutes, possibly more, to get through here tonight at the Lake Shirts Fieldhouse.
Right, and there's something, again, I'll give credit to both sides. The bands are phenomenal. There's something, they're just filling up this place, as you can hear through our crowd mic. And again, this is going to be nothing short of electric once this thing gets started. The people are filing in, and they're filing in steadily here. But, yeah, that ultimate goal of reaching that state tournament and just taking that next step down to the cities and how important that is. And I think both programs right now are really feeling like that's that next step, and maybe more so if you're the Yellow Jackets being the 1 seed. But again, it'll be interesting to see all of those different things that come to play, and that would probably lead us into our keys of the game.
Perfect. Brought to you by the Goose Group. Here's the expert keys of the game, brought to you by Goose Group. For Wadena Deer Creek, it's simple. Why not us? They're the team that's playing with house money as the number 11, the Cinderella, the underdogs, as they have rightfully named themselves throughout this tournament.
Right, and it's simple 3 words, but why not be able to knock off the number 1 seed? We've just knocked off the 2 and 3, and so again, I think you play with those emotions, and we talked about that earlier. If you're Coach Cressup, you're building off that because that's what got you here. That's where you're feeling like, hey, we're coming to knock you off as well.
Also now, one of the keys, got to be strong defensively when you face a Yellow Jacket team that has so many weapons.
Right, and when we look at limit Perham's possession, I think you got to keep Willow Thiel off the glass. I think if you go back and you look at the game against Dilworth, Lynn, and Felton, that was probably the difference in the game. It wasn't the first shots Willow got, it was the second and third ones, and that made sure she scored on every possession. And I think that's what changed the tail of the tape for those guys. And if you've got to do a good job of keeping her off the glass tonight if you're the Wolverines.
And the third one is simple. When you're the underdog, you have to do everything right.
Yeah.
And the little things, mainly.
And the little things meaning every loose ball, you're on the floor. Everybody's rebounding every possession. You're hitting all your free throws, and that's one of the things Coach Cressup has said that they've kind of touted themselves as a good free throw shooting team. Those are the little things that you have to do tonight to gain those extra possessions to knock off the 1 seed.
And those definitely played well against Thief River Falls. And now we'll take a look for the Yellow Jackets. Their goal since the beginning of the season started was getting to Minneapolis, and here's a chance for them to finish that goal.
And I'm not going to talk too long, which people are probably out just going, what? He's not going to talk. This is the one they had circled. You can say whatever you want to say, and you can say the right things. This is where Coach Super and his staff wanted to be on this evening.
And now the next one, get out of the gates early. We mean by that, if you're the number 1 team and the favorite, all the pressure's on you. You have to have that fast start, and that will help potentially eliminate some of the hopes of the Wolverines taking upset.
And whatever squad you're cheering for, don't take this the wrong way. The longer Wadena Deer Creek stays in this game, the more they're going to believe more their key number 1, why not us? If it's within 2, they're ahead at half, they go into halftime going, why not us? We're now beating them. If you get out to that fast start, then they go, is it us? Is it run out? Has that time run out? So I think if you can get out of the gates early, you might be able to put a little doubt in the minds of the Wolverines.
And the next one is the secondary scoring for the Yellow Jackets. Who steps up? Willow Thiel, for the most part, is going to get her points. Maya Moore's teams lately have done a nice job face guarding her, which now that has opened up things against Fergus Falls. There's Cora Grismer and Kaya Anderson. Against DGF, Kaya Anderson had a big game as well, and Riley Mickelson in the mix as well. So who's going to get those additional points tonight for the Yellow Jackets?
And the Yellow Jackets have scores, and they have multiple scores. It's just kind of been who is it on that given night. And again, I would agree with you. Kaya Anderson's kind of stepped up in that role of coming off the bench, giving them some early points. And I think it's going to take more than one person tonight, Jason. And I'm going to just step out there believing, knowing Coach Cressup, Jordan Cressup that is, and the lineage he has through his dad, they're going to come out and guard Maya really tough on the perimeter. And that's what Coach Dave Cressup's built the Perham Yellow Jackets on. It's going to be tough. She's going to get her shots because she's a great player, but the other girls have to step up around her.
Those are your Goose Group keys to the game here on the Gene Sports Channel pregame show. We'll take a timeout on the Main Street Sports Network.
I drove 116 miles for a great deal at Quality Toyota.
How far would you drive to get a great deal at Quality Toyota? Tundra, RAV4, Tacoma. What's your number? Quality Toyota, Fergus Falls.
Otter Fitness Garage, a membership-based fitness center located in downtown Ottertail, Minnesota, offering a complete line of free weights, fitness machines, and equipment for almost any workout. Visit the website for more info on group classes like morning yoga or Pump Fit, a low-impact strength training class. Otter Fitness Garage also participates in fitness incentive programs and has many memberships to choose from. Plus, they offer the little things that matter. It's more than a typical gym. Otter Fitness Garage, online, otterfitness.com. Call them today at 218-325-1400.
It's me, your inner otter. We are getting on the bus, and I don't know if you knew this, but it's called the Otter Express.
I can look at all the cool things around town, right? Like I can see, oh, look at that over there, right? And if I'm driving, then I can't do that. I got to pay attention to the road. But when I'm riding the Otter Express, somebody else is paying attention to the road for me. So that's pretty convenient.
You live in Fergus Falls or Perham or Parker's Prairie or Breckenridge, and you want to go visit some friends or your neighbors, and you don't have a vehicle, or maybe your vehicle's in the shop, the Otter Express is a perfect way to get around town.
Whether you're playing in the game or watching the game, fuel up at Papacitos Burritos. Your game day headquarters for good food that won't leave you feeling tired. Homemade and always fresh burritos, tacos, quesadillas, and more. Tender meat, fresh vegetables, rice and beans, scrumptious sauces, and so much more. Dine in or take it to go. Papacitos Burritos, located inside the Perm Mobile on Main Street and McKinley Plaza, Detroit Lakes. Always on the quest for freshness. Good luck, Perm Yellow Jackets.
We learn how to work hard together. We learn to believe in ourselves together. We win or lose together. Together, we are better. Together, we are unstoppable. This is true for all of life. It's true for our community. Let's drive together.
Welcome back once again into Detroit Lakes in the Lake Shorts Fieldhouse as the Perham Yellow Jackets get ready to take on the Wadena Deer Creek Wolverines in the Section 8 2A championship game here tonight. And now we'll take a look at our starting lineups. First for the visitors, brought to you by Quality Toyota. How far would you drive for a great deal? The Wolverines will start with this. Starting at a guard is sophomore number 1, Addison Gravel. Starting at a guard, another sophomore, Montana Carson. Starting at a guard is senior number 5, Ali Pavic. Starting at a guard is senior number 10, Madison Carson. And starting at a forward in 8th grader number 40, Peyton Gravel. Head coach of the Wolverines, Jordan Gressup. He's assisted by Jordan Anderson and Wendy Gravel. For the Yellow Jackets, starting lineups brought to you by J&L Nutrition. Starting at a guard is senior Maya Morris. Starting at a guard is senior number 3, Olivia Rosenthal. Starting at a forward, a junior number 13, Kennedy Pilgrim. Starting at a forward is senior number 14, Olivia Pilgrim. And starting at a forward, a junior number 21, Willow Thiel. Head coach of the Yellow Jackets, TJ Super. He's assisted by Michelle Borman and Robbie Cox.
Yeah, great lineups there. Some interesting matchups, and it's going to be fun to see how all of those things line up. Jason, as we're 3 minutes and 30 seconds away from getting this thing started. But again, great feel tonight for a section championship game, and it's going to be a lot of fun. And I just want to take a little bit of time here to thank our sponsors for making this all possible. We'd like to thank KLN, J&L Nutrition, The Backyard, Farm Bureau Financial Services, EOT Insurance, JFC Luxury Homes, Interiors by Winkles, River's Edge, Cabinetry, The Goose Group, Reuter Family Dentistry, Otter Fitness Garage, Perham Lakeside, Perham Health, Quality Toyota, Gene Sports Shop, United Community Bank, Central Market, Budget Blinds, New Horizons Realty, City of Perham, Papacitos Burritos, The Cactus, Lakes Ace Hardware, Nias Family Sales, Hanson's Plumbing and Heating, The Otter Express, Minnesota Motors, Magnify Financial, Perham Co-op, Creamery, and Ray's Sport and Marine. And that's a healthy list, and you know how sports are supported in this community.
And we also have Wadena State Bank with locations in Bluffton, Deer Creek, and Wadena, and the Gorse Company. Visit gorsecompany.com to place your listing today. Yellow Jacket fans ready? Wolverines fans ready? We're just moments away for the start of tonight's game. We'll take a quick timeout on the Magnitude Sports Network and the Gene Sports Shop pregame show.
These sponsors wish Wadena Deer Creek the best of luck in today's game. Go Wolverines! Budget Blinds, based in Detroit Lakes, serving Perham, Fergus Falls, and Park Rapids, is celebrating its 30th anniversary. Whether you need blinds, shades, shutters, drapes, check out the entire inventory online, budgetblinds.com. Also, schedule a consultation on the website. Have more questions? Give them a call, 218-206-9599. Budget Blinds is backed by the #1 provider for custom window coverings in North America and is your local window coverings expert. Visit online, budgetblinds.com. Otter Fitness Garage, a membership-based fitness center located in downtown Ottertail, Minnesota, offering a complete line of free weights, fitness machines, and equipment for almost any workout. Visit the website for more info on group classes like morning yoga or Pump Fit, a low-impact strength training class. Otter Fitness Garage also participates in fitness incentive programs and has many memberships to choose from. Plus, they offer the little things that matter. It's more than a typical gym. Otter Fitness Garage, online, otterfitness.com. Call them today at 218-325-1400.
Ray's Sport and Marine in Perham has you covered for all your recreational needs. Ray's carries a large inventory of Lund boats, Bennington pontoons, plus Viaggio pontoons. They also carry the Yamaha line of ATVs and UTVs, as well as the full line of Honda Power Sports. Stop in and check out all of what Ray's Sport and Marine has to offer. You can also visit us at the in-house Boat Show March 10th and 11th. Good luck to all Perham athletes, and go Yellow Jackets!
I drove 116 miles for a great deal at Quality Toyota.
How far would you drive to get a great deal at Quality Toyota? Tundra, RAV4, Tacoma. What's your number? Quality Toyota, Fergus Falls.
It's me, your inner otter. We are getting on the bus, and I don't know if you knew this, but it's called the Otter Express.
I can look at all the cool things around town, right? Like I can see, oh, look at that over there, right? And if I'm driving, then I can't do that. I got to pay attention to the road. But when I'm riding the Otter Express, somebody else is paying attention to the road for me. So that's pretty convenient.
You live in Fergus Falls or Perham or Parker's Prairie or Breckenridge, and you want to go visit some friends or your neighbors, and you don't have a vehicle, or maybe your vehicle's in the shop, the Otter Express is a perfect way to get around town.
Reuter Family Dentistry, with locations in Perham and Wadena, is now hiring. The purpose-driven team at Reuter Family Dentistry strives for the core values of excellence, commitment, and a positive culture.
My favorite thing about being part of Reuter Family Dentistry is just our values and our commitment to each other and to the patients. I know I can leave here every day feeling good about what I've done.
Whether you're playing in the game or watching the game, fuel up at Papacitos Burritos. Your game day headquarters for good food that won't leave you feeling tired. Homemade and always fresh burritos, tacos, quesadillas, and more. Tender meat, fresh vegetables, rice and beans, scrumptious sauces, and so much more. Dine in or take it to go. Papacitos Burritos, located inside the Perham Mobile on Main Street and McKinley Plaza, Detroit Lakes. Always on the quest for freshness. Good luck, Perham Yellow Jackets.
These sponsors wish Wadena Deer Creek the best of luck in today's game. Go Wolverines!
Welcome back into the Hive, the Lake Shirts Fieldhouse. That's just old Hat Lance. I'm Jason Groth with Lance Rock as we get ready to go for this one between the Perham Yellow Jackets and the Wadena Deer Creek Wolverines, as they're showing a video on the Jumbotron scoreboard here, getting the crowds fired up for this one as they get ready to introduce the starting lineups of both teams here into the Lake Shirts Fieldhouse. A large crowd on hand as expected from both Wadena Deer Creek and Perham. Perham fans will be across the way in the gym. Wadena Deer Creek fans right lower. We're stationed here at center court.
And you'll get the feel for both of them this way. You're going to be able to probably watch more of the Yellow Jackets, hear the Wadena Deer Creek Wolverines underneath us, and it's going to be electric as this is a really sweet intro to get started. They're showing highlights from both games, the starting lineups, and right now there is not an eye that is not on the screens right now. And if you've ever wondered, you watch NFL players watch the Jumbotron after they made a big play. It's happening right now. What a way to get this thing kicked off. Hats off Detroit Lakes High School.
As right now you can tell they're playing the Yellow Jacket video. The Wolverines, I'm guessing, will be coming right behind, but you can just see both teams as we're into the gym all looking at the Jumbotrons here in the Lake Shirts Fieldhouse, and a nice little touch that they have here at this beautiful facility.
Absolutely, and again, it's the stuff. Again, the cliches are going to run tonight. There's no way around this, Jason. This is the stuff dreams are made of. I mean, if you are a player, if you are a future player for either one of these programs, and you're sitting in the stands right now, there is no way you do not want your face, your highlight on these screens when you get to be this age, and that is second to none.
And now the Wolverine fans, as you can tell, are starting to make some noise as the highlight video switches to the Wolverines, who advance with a big victory over Thief River Falls here. And what's unique to see, it's the highlights from their semifinal victory.
Right, so it happened here. Obviously, they got a team, a production team, putting this stuff together, and this is really cool. Again, for me, I'm going to be, we'll just put in the 50s this summer, and I have a shiver going up and down my spine, and that's what's really cool about this sport. And the other thing that it's done, Jason, is both of these student sections are ramped up now because of this. And let's face it, we're getting older. It's hard for us to yell and scream through, but they're not. That's what they're here for, and they're ready to roll now. As you can see, both groups getting themselves ready to go.
Again, the Wolverines are looking for their 3rd overall appearance. They went to state as Wadena in 1976 and 74, where they finished 2nd in 1974. And the Yellow Jackets are going for their 2nd overall appearance, where they finished 4th in 1991.
Yeah, and it doesn't sound so long ago to me because I'm a 1990 grad, so you guys can figure out how old I am at home. But it doesn't seem that long ago, and then you start going, yeah, I'm not that young anymore.
And now the introductions of the starters for the Wolverines. Their starting lineup: Madison Gravel, Montana Karsten, Allie Pavick, Madison Karsten, and Peyton Gravel. The Yellow Jackets with Maya Morris, Olivia Rosenthal, Kennedy Pilgrim, Olivia Pilgrim, and Willow Thiel. The starting 5, as the energy and the atmosphere here is second to none right now in the section finals.
Right, there's just so many little cool aspects, and right now as the starting lineups go, there's a big, for whatever word, big jumbotron on the end of, if you've never been to Detroit Lakes, and as they come out, their face, their name, their position, their number all comes up on this big screen. And it's just so cool. It's just, it is a really great atmosphere, and the little things that they're doing right now just make this all that more special for these kids.
You might aid yourself by using the term jumbotron, which I have as well too. But as the Yellow Jackets are now getting introduced, that was a nice look into the Wadena Deer Creek huddle. And now the Yellow Jackets getting introduced, and you got to, one thing this does is hype up the players a little bit. But now, what team is going to be able to control those emotions and energy in the first few minutes? You want to be playing with hype, but at the same time, you got to be controlled.
Well, and the other part to it, Jason, is how do you guard against that? You come out with all this adrenaline, and then it fizzes a little bit after 4 or 5 minutes, like you can't get that second win. So I think it's a real balancing. I mean, these coaches are juggling a lot of stuff right now of how to get their kids excited, but not too excited to be able to do the things they need to do to be victorious.
But when we got here an hour prior to the teams arriving and seeing them before their walkthrough and their little bit of a walkthrough and warm-up pregame shoot-around, we kind of both commented how both teams looked so loose and relaxed and ready to go.
They did, but now the lights are off. The ball's about ready to go up in the air. We all hear that March Madness song from CBS going through our heads. My heart's pounding faster than it was an hour ago, so I can't imagine being one of these ladies on the court. So lights are back on. We're ready to roll here, Jason. This is going to be great.
I will not share the number of what my heart says according to my Fitbit as we get ready to go for the Otter Fitness Garage opening tap between the Yellow Jackets and the Wolverines, the number 1 seed and the number 11 seed. Getting ready to do battle here, Willow Thiel and Peyton Gravel. These two teams played in January. The Yellow Jackets earned a 57-38 victory in Wadena Deer Creek, but throw that one out the window as we get ready to go for this one. The Yellow Jackets and the Wolverines from the Lake Shirts Fieldhouse. And the Otter Fitness opening tap goes to the Wolverines, and Madison Karsten will have the opening possession. Hands it off near side, Pavick. Right side, Karsten looking inside for Gravel. They go in. Peyton Gravel turns around, kicks it back up to Madison Karsten. Yellow Jackets switch there on the defense. Now it comes near side to Addison Gravel. Over to Montana Karsten. Now to Madison Karsten into the lane. Tries to find Peyton Gravel. It's a tough pass down low. It's tapped out of bounds. And the first turnover will go to the Yellow Jackets defensively on a nice play there.
And I just about was going to say, what a controlled opening possession. I think they got what they wanted to, the Wolverines. I like that they have Karsten on the one side and the Gravel on the other side to shoot the threes when it goes into the post Gravel.
Wolverines with Karsten on Morris, leaving Rosenthal open. Now they go to Olivia Pilgrim. Now to Kennedy Pilgrim. She thought about it, drives in the lane, floats up a left-hander. It rolls for two, and the Yellow Jackets are on the board.
And we talked about secondary scoring. There you go, right off the bat. Not settling for a three, getting into the lane and getting a higher percentage shot.
Montana Karsten with the head fake. Now with the pass here to Addison Gravel. She's looking to drive. Kennedy Pilgrim on her. Pass right side, out of bounds, turnover. And you can maybe see it in the corner of your screen. TJ super emphatic, letting everyone know it's going the Yellow Jackets' way.
Yeah, and again, it's the one thing we've talked about all along. there's a lot of things in this game you can't control. You can control how you're playing defense. Yellow Jackets off to a great start.
Morris with the head fake. Now tough pass inside. Thiel up off the glass. Good for 2, and the Yellow Jackets off to a 4-0 lead.
Boy, you got to like how she knifed her way in there. Not a high percentage pass. It got there, but it was great control. And here's another almost turnover.
And the travel is Madison Karsten coming up. After losing the ball, it comes back up and travels.
3 possessions, 3 turnovers for Wadena Deer Creek. I think right now, Coach Cressup, you're just trying to weather this storm. You know your girls are better than this. Something good's going to happen here soon.
Morris off the screen, 4-3, short off the front iron, and a rebound to Addison Gravel. Gravel now to Montana Carson. The Wolverines right now kind of one of those spots where they just need to see the ball go through the hoop, and that confidence will go up.
Right. There's nothing better than that, and this will help. You might get a chance to run a set here as there's a foul on the Yellow Jackets.
Fouls on Olivia Rosenthal, her first. Sideline inbound from Ellie Pavic in front of the Yellow Jacket bench to Madison Karsten. Gets the call from head coach Jordan Cressup. Rosenthal comes out on Hearn to get the 5 count started. It goes to Pavic. Now Montana Karsten goes near side with the pass to Gravel. Addison Gravel gets cut off, now hands it out to Montana Karsten. The Yellow Jacket fans making a lot of noise. Now a 3 on its way from Addison Gravel. That's short off the iron. And the Yellow Jackets with the board up ahead to Rosenthal. Now Thiel. She's going to set, drive, and trying to kick it down low for Pilgrim. Pilgrim kicks it back out. It's stolen away as Montana Karsten got in the passing lane and the turnover.
I do like that from the Yellow Jackets. Here's a quick 3.
And that's short on the shot attempt by Gravel. They battle for the board, and the Wolverines get it with Pavic. Now to Addison Gravel. Hands it off there for Montana Karsten.
I was going to say, I like Willow feeling the double hit, kicking it across the lane. I believe they worked on that. I think that'll bode well for the Yellow Jackets coming up.
Inside, Peyton Gravel, and now a foul on Thiel going through Gravel, and that'll be her first. And that is a storyline we'll have to keep an eye on as well in that battle in the paints.
Right, and we even touched on that last in the semifinal games, how we thought that could be the pivotal part of this game.
Near side with it, Karsten. Cross court it goes for Addison Gravel. Gravel loses control, now gets it up to Karsten. Montana Karsten hands it off near side for Madison. She looks to drive, pull-up jumper for her off the glass is good.
And that's just what the doctor ordered. If you're Coach Cressup, nice set play run there. They ran it through nicely. Nice kiss off the glass for 2.
Olivia Rosenthal for 3 off the mark. Rebound grabbed. Field gets it. Goes up. Shot altered. Now Rosenthal gets loose ball to Olivia Pilgrim. Kennedy Pilgrim with the head fake. Now over to Thiel. She thought about the 3. Now she will take it. And she hits it. Willow Thiel, the triple. The quality Toyota triple. How far would you drive for a great deal? As Thiel hits that one, and the Yellow Jackets lead by 5 on your KLN Family Brand scoreboard. Addison Gravel. Near side to Pavic. Inside they go, and it's turned over. Thiel is going to drive and go coast to coast, and a defensive foul on the block before the shots.
And again, I think if you're Coach Cressup, a great shot by the Yellow Jackets. Thiel hitting the 3. I think that's one you give up. I think if you start having to defend her 20 feet from the basket, it's going to be a long night to be a Wolverine.
Jumper there by Morris, no good. Karsten back the other way. And it's turned over. Morris with it. She'll launch the 3. No good off the iron. Rebound to Karsten and a foul on Cora Grismer, who just checked in.
And again, Maya's a great shooter, and I don't want to take any. I think they're a little quick. When you're up 7-2, work, get your feet set, get into that rotation, and then let it fly when you get it worked around in your offense.
Karsten inbound, gets it there to Pavic. Pavic cross half court. Hands it off there to Peyton Gravel. Now to the right side to Karsten. Montana Karsten off the screen. Goes right now, goes left into the lane. finds Gravel. Gravel drives, gets guarded closely by Kennedy Pilgrim, still trying to force her way down the lane, but now a foul on Pilgrim. Kennedy Pilgrim with too much contact on the body and gets called for her first, and that's the 4th team on the Yellow Jackets. Kaya Anderson will check in for the Yellow Jackets, and Kennedy Pilgrim will exit.
And she was trying to persuade the official into a little hook there, and there was a hook, but I think it came after multiple bumps.
Turnaround jumper left hand, Gravel drops for 2.
And again, if Gravel starts doing that underneath, I really think it's going to open up some threes for their outside players.
And Olivia Pilgrim answers with a 3 of her own. And Madison Carson just gives a nice forearm shiver to Grismer and gets space across half court. Now it's Addison Gravel. Gravel tried the step back jumper, passed it up, now inside Peyton Gravel, tapped around, goes to Carson, shot up off the glass, good.
Definitely not how Coach Cressup drew it up, but he'll take it. And again, the play was there. It wasn't cleanly handled, but a nice look as they got multiple players cut into the basket.
Thiel hands it off to Kai Anderson. Takes up her dribble, now gives back to Thiel. Thiel on the right side. Yellow Jackets with no one in the paint, so Thiel will drive into the paint and use the glass and gets it to drop for 2. She quickly has 7 for the Yellow Jackets, and they lead 12-6.
And again, you can see, we talked about that 4 or 5 minutes into the game. You can see both teams kind of getting a little air here. A lot of emotion happening.
3-pointer, good from Montana Karsten.
That's an answer.
Hits the quality Toyota 3-pointer to make it 12-9. How far would you drive for a great deal? Pass inside Thiel. Thiel off the glass and in, does not drop, and the rebound grabbed by Gravel. Wolverines have a chance to tie now in this possession.
And again, weird game, Jason, because it seems like it's a lot or all Yellow Jackets, and here the score is 12-9. So you got to be feeling good if you're the Wolverines here. Just stay the course, do what you're doing. You're right in this thing.
Karsten with the head fake. Now comes back. She had some big 3-pointers against Seafair Falls, 3 of them in the second half. Did Montana Carson. Now Madison Carson looking inside for Peyton Gravel. Shot up, no good. And a long rebound goes to Madison Carson. Now Pavic throws it away, and Morris gets it.
Pick and roll with no roll. He's not usually successful. Yeah, I like the play, though. I look to the Wolverines to go back to that one.
Grismer drives, bumps, throws up a shot. Acrobatic as it was, the foul was before the shots. The foul is on Pavic, her second. Riley Mickelson, Kate Diggins in for the Yellow Jackets. Grismer with it. Drives in the lane, right hand, off balance, no. Rebound, Kate Diggins. The putback, no, but she's fouled. And she'll shoot the game's first free throws from the Reuter Family Dentistry free throw line. Foul is on Peyton Gravel, her first. Diggins free throw off the mark. Diggins second. That one's too strong. Rebound tapped out. Yellow Jackets. Interesting play there. Everyone in the gym thought it was going to be over and back, but ends up being a turnover, so that goes to the Wolverines anyway. Montana Carson, guarded by Morris. Looked inside, passed that up, goes near side to Gravel. Gravel into the lane at the free throw line, extending it, stolen away by Mickelson. Mickelson to Anderson. Anderson traveled. You can see the nerves still settling in, especially for some of the players that have come off the bench here in this game.
Right, and it's their first minutes coming in, and they rode the wave of all that intro stuff. And then all of a sudden, now you had to sit down, and now starting again, it'll come, and that's normal for this type of game.
3-point Yellow Jacket lead on your KLN Family Brand scoreboard. It goes near side. Madison Carson drives, loses the ball out of bounds. I say off Mickelson. Carson Limba gets it to Gravel. She corrals it. And a reach-in foul on Grismer.
And again, that one, Jason, has been called consistently through the semifinals and now. You can't impede that coming off of that screen, especially if that screener's still standing there. And it's that little shot with the sidearm hip that's getting these girls in trouble.
Karsten gets called for the carry. The old form, as a lot of fans would say, take a penny, leave a penny.
Yeah, it's been a while for that one, but what a start to the game, though. Really, 12-9. You know, we've kind of hit that little lull. Both teams, a lot of adrenaline to start.
Nice feed inside. Anderson shot no good. Rebound grabbed by Addison Gravel.
And we kind of expected this. We talked about this little bit of lull after the adrenaline kind of wears down. We've been at 12-9 for a long time, so let's see if one team or the other can make a run here, Jason.
Into Peyton Gravel, the kick out, and an open look for three for Addison Gravel. In and out, no good, doesn't drop. Rebound to Diggins. Mickelson looking to run. She'll slow it down now and go into Anderson. To Maya Morris. They're trying to find a couple of screens to get her open to get her shot down tonight. Inside, Diggins, kick out Anderson. Anderson, the look for three. Short, and Diggins gets the ball. Now to Rosenthal, inside again to Anderson. Anderson to Diggins. Rosenthal up to Mickelson. Mickelson will step into a three. Off the glass, too strong, and a long rebound goes to Wadena Deer Creek.
Yeah, and I almost wonder, we've kind of been at a stalemate. If it's not timeout, you're signaling to me, it took the words right out of my mouth, just to get yourself gathered. But as I say that, great play.
And a feed inside to Jada Dykoff for her first 2 points, and it's a 1 point Yellow Jacket lead. The ideal start for the Wolverines right now. Rosenthal into the lane, throws up a shot, but she's fouled. Foul is going to be on Addison Gravel. And that will put Rosenthal, the Reuter Family Dentistry free throw line. Free throw by Rosenthal is good. She hits that one on your KLM Family Brand scoreboard. The Yellow Jackets have a 2 point lead.
And again, for the Yellow Jackets, kind of weathered the storm, gave Thiel a little time on the bench to regather herself.
Second free throw, no good. Rebound grabbed by Montana Karsten. Now Dykoff throws a pass off Carson's head and out of bounds. And the turnover will give it back to the Yellow Jackets. Maya Morris. Now to Riley Mickelson. Mickelson drives off the glass. Good for Riley Mickelson. As everything parted for Mickelson, she drives, extends the Yellow Jacket lead, brings their fans to the feet as head coach Jordan Crescent calls a quick timeout. We'll take it with them. Yellow Jackets by 4 on the Magnitude Sports Network.
These sponsors wish Wadena Deer Creek the best of luck in today's game. Go Wolverines!
Welcome back into Detroit Lakes. We thank you for tuning in tonight as the Yellow Jackets lead by 4 on their KLN Family Brand scoreboard on the Magnitude Sports Network. In the Section 8 2A championship game, the winner of this will play either at Williams Arena or the Materi Pavilion on Wednesday night at 6 or 8 p.m. Pending the random draw and seedings, how that plays out as sections finals are going on throughout the state the next few days, pending weather as well. Carson with it near side. Jada Dykoff kicks it over to Madison Karsten. Karsten to Gravel. Gravel tries to step back now, goes to Dykoff with the head fake, loses control, now goes into the lane and gets it stolen away by Rosenthal. Rosenthal to the right side, stops, and now kicks it out to Morris. Morris, step back three, no good, out the front iron. Thiel, a big aggressive offensive board, turns around, spins, and puts it up for two.
And that's what we talked about. It's not always the first shot, it's that second and third. And if you're the Wolverines, you got to limit those. Otherwise, it's going to be tough to give multiple possessions. There's Mickelson again.
To Thiel. Thiel gets it to go on a foul. And Willow Thiel has a chance at the three-point play. And the Yellow Jackets are running. A foul is on Dykoff. Thiel from the Ruder Family Dentistry free throw line is no good. Rebound grab by the Yellow Jackets. A putback is there for Olivia Rosenthal.
Well, we've talked ad nauseum about how much those big runs like that, and that was a 5-point run there by the Yellow Jackets. That can be devastating in a game like this because it just doubled the lead.
Kick out near side with it, Pavic. Pavic gets it tapped away and now off a hand. Apparently it wasn't. It will be Yellow Jacket basketball.
Yellow Jackets really starting to get into rhythm right now, and you don't want to burn them all up, but you'd think almost another bucket here, maybe another timeout.
Three-pointer by Morris out to Mark, but Mickelson taps the rebound and is grabbed by Addison Gravel.
Boy, has Mickelson brought something to this game. That energy she brings is really contagious right now to all of her teammates. She's tipping the basketball everywhere.
Turnaround jumper off the glass and a nice one there for Peyton Gravel. Talked about it against Thief River Falls. You need a basket go inside. And that's what the Wolverines did right there with Gravel. Now Thiel into the triple team kick out. Rosenthal for three, too strong, misses everything, but Mickelson will get the loose change into Thiel. The drop back for Rosenthal off the glass, good!
And again, it's what we've talked about, Jason. If your player who's guarding you runs to double, follow her, you're going to get a layup. That's exactly what the Yellow Jackets did, and nobody was there to guard Rosenthal.
Gravel, Addison Gravel in the lane, throws up a shot in traffic, but it goes out of bounds. Last touch by the Yellow Jackets.
Boy, that lead spread really quickly, didn't it, Jason? It just seems like it was a 2-point game, now 10.
Gravel inside for two. Nice shot there. Makes it 23-15 as we approach the 5-minute mark.
The last 5 minutes, I think Gravel has to touch the ball underneath each possession. Let her make stuff happen off of that.
Thiel hits the three. Willow Thiel stretching the floor. Makes it 26-15 with a quality Toyota three-pointer.
And dare I say, Jason, if she adds that to her repertoire, she's almost unguardable.
All-state honorable mention was Willow Thiel. And she's having an outstanding night tonight with 14 already for the Yellow Jackets. Madison Carson cross court. Mickelson read it well and gets the steal. Was caught in a tough spot though, and now it's turned back over. Pavic shot altered by Mickelson from behind, but gets a second to go. And now we're going to have a timeout called by the Wolverines, brought to you by Perham Health. The Yellow Jackets lead by 9 on the KLM Family Brand scoreboard on the Main Street Sports Network.
We learn how to work hard together. We learn to believe in ourselves together. We win or lose together. Together, we are better. Together, we are unstoppable. This is true for all of life. It's true for our community. Let's drive together.
Do something with your hair?
you come back into the Lake Shirts Fieldhouse, the Yellow Jackets lead by 9, and we talked about it in our Goose Group Keys of the Game, the Why Not S about the Wolverines. They've been down before and have battled back, but these next 4.5 are really imperative for the Wolverines.
They are, and I always am a firm believer of the last 3 minutes of the half, the first 3 minutes of the second half, big, but they really reflect their coach in Jordan Cressup, and pretty calm, cool, and collective for a young coach, and his girls follow suit. Nothing ever gets too big, I don't believe.
Rosenthal, they fall off her now to Thiel. Thiel, kick it over. Rosenthal's going to drive, throws up a shot. It's good for 2. Olivia Rosenthal with 7 points for the Yellow Jackets.
Yep, exactly, and I think that was one of those. Her girl was going to go double a lot, and it was going to fall on her shoulders a little bit, and here's a nice steal.
Thiel read that one. Now into the lane, off the glass, no. Yellow Jackets want to follow, but Rosenthal gets a steal, and it works out as Kennedy Pilgrim puts it home. And the Yellow Jackets with their biggest lead by 13.
And again, you mentioned it, Jason, what was going to happen here in points. Yellow Jackets coming in a flurry right now, maybe like the snow tomorrow. But, man, you got to stop this if you're the Wolverines.
Pavic with a shot off the mark, but Peyton Gravel read it well, gets the rebound, but it's blocked by Thiel. She gets it to Pilgrim, and back the other way come the Yellow Jackets. Anderson, now to Pilgrim. She's going to step into a three-pointer. It's good! Kennedy Pilgrim hits from deep. And right now the underdog is getting put to sleep as the Yellow Jackets lead by 16.
And kind of opposite of the Yellow Jackets semifinal game, where scoring from other players other than Thiel was hard to get. Now everybody's into this, and it makes them really tough to defend.
Karsten, the open three. That one's good. A big answer for Montana Karsten with a quality Toyota three-pointer.
Boy, that was ever, and I think that's one you do not, if you're the Yellow Jackets, want to see her catch fire, because we've seen multiple three-pointers happen by her in succession in multiple games.
Cora Grismer for 3. It's good! Cora Grismer, the quality Toyota three-pointer, and a timeout by the Yellow Jackets. Brought to you by Perham Health. Yellow Jackets, fans on their feet. They lead by 16. We'll take a break.
Every day, thousands of dogs in the Lakes area are told to stay. When they wanted to play at the Backyard Playcare, Doggy Daycare or Playcare is the perfect spot for your dog. 100% supervised playtime and 100% fun in a brand new facility that opens this fall. Contact the Backyard Boarding and Playcare at 218-346-4104 or check us out on Facebook today.
Welcome back into the Lake Shirts Fieldhouse, and the Yellow Jackets have hit some big three-pointers here and have gone on a bit of a run, leading 36-20 on the Wolverines.
Right, and it's coming from all over the floor, and really coming fast and furious, and good use of timeout by the Wolverines, and look for them to get a set, and I could see Gravel underneath the basket getting the ball, looking out to one of the three-point players, and it seems like they've got some really good sets when they need to get a basket.
Pavic to Karsten. Karsten with the drive, the reverse layup is good. A nice drive and a nice basket there by Madison Karsten.
Wow, that was nice. And again, it kind of slows everything down again when you can make a basket. Yellow Jackets can't get out on their fast break.
Rosenthal now to the near side. Kennedy Pilgrim. Pilgrim drives to the lane, throws up a tough shot, gets her own rebound in the putback.
That was almost a shot, assist, and score on that one, because it was almost one of those when you see them throw it off the backboard to get it back to themselves, and it worked out just perfectly for her.
Montana Karsten now up top for Allie Pavic. Pavic into the lane, hands it off to Madison Karsten. Karsten looking inside, tough pass, and Kennedy Pilgrim is there to get it. Up ahead to Olivia Rosenthal. Now to Kai Anderson with the head fake over to Kennedy Pilgrim, now to Kate Diggins. Maya Morris gets the pass. Now to Rosenthal. Looks inside, there's Diggins through her hands. And Gravel picks it up.
And it's one of those with a minute, I almost think you'd stay for the last shot, but I think with a 16-point differential, you take the first shot that you get that's open.
Diggins alters that pass, swats it into the Yellow Jacket student section. Inside now, kick out to Karsten. Carson gets it stolen away. Now to Morris. Morris to the hoop, the layup, no. Rebound there, Kennedy Pilgrim the putback. Jordan Cressup calling for one shot as it's 40-22 in favor of the Yellow Jackets under a half a minute. And that shot is blocked on the drive by Carson, and then she'll go to the line, to the Ruder Family Dentistry free throw line. May have been calling that drive actually instead of the one shot with 17.9 on the drive.
Might have been play number one, which I would have assumed as well, Jason, but it looked like they had something set up for her for sure.
Carson hits the first at the Ruder Family Dentistry free throw line as the Yellow Jackets lead 40-23. Cora Grismer in for the Yellow Jackets. Second free throw, Carson's good as well. Morris cross half court with it to Grismer. Grismer into the lane, the layup off the glass and drops and gets the roll. She's got 5. Carson, a long three-pointer, beats the buzzer, but it's off the mark. And at the half, the Yellow Jackets lead by a score of 42-24 on your KLN Family Brand scoreboard. We'll take a timeout and come back with your EOT Insurance halftime show.
Welcome to the Cactus. The Cactus was built from a passion to gather, to celebrate, and to experience sophisticated fun. Gather your group, rival friends in a game of golf, or lace up the bowling shoes in a grand rendition of the classic American pastime while you enjoy our classic American cuisine served from our scratch kitchen. Don't forget, the Cactus is your go-to watch party destination for all Perham Yellow Jacket broadcasts. The Cactus, a unique dining and entertainment venue. 43-521 Fort Thunder Road in Perham.
It's me, your inner otter. We are getting on the bus, and I don't know if you knew this, but it's called the Otter Express.
I can look at all the cool things around town, right? Like I can see, oh, look at that over there, right? And if I'm driving, then I can't do that. I got to pay attention to the road. But when I'm riding the Otter Express, somebody else is paying attention to the road for me. So that's pretty convenient.
You live in Fergus Falls or Perham or Parker's Prairie or Breckenridge, and you want to go visit some friends or your neighbors, and you don't have a vehicle, or maybe your vehicle's in the shop, the Otter Express is a perfect way to get around town.
Ray's Sport and Marine in Perham has you covered for all your recreational needs. Ray's carries a large inventory of Lund boats, Bennington pontoons, plus Viaggio pontoons. They also carry the Yamaha line of ATVs and UTVs, as well as the full line of Honda Power Sports. Stop in and check out all of what Ray's Sport and Marine has to offer. You can also visit us at the in-house Boat Show March 10th and 11th. Good luck to all Perham athletes, and go Yellow Jackets!
I drove 116 miles for a great deal at Quality Toyota.
How far would you drive to get a great deal at Quality Toyota? Tundra, RAV4, Tacoma. What's your number? Quality Toyota, Fergus Falls.
New Horizons Realty has a beautiful home available on Devil's Lake. No corners cut in this 5-bedroom, 5-bath, walkout-style home that includes a 3-stall garage. Host your friends to a breathtaking lake scenery from your new cedar deck patio that is only steps away from the beach. Make it your home this summer and many summers to come. Visit PermRealEstate.com for more info and photos of this magnificent lakeside home, or call 218-346-7767 today.
Odds are there's an ace right in your neighborhood. with expert advice and the right tools to make your quick fixes even quicker. Around the block, what you need in stock, with people who know their stuff. Welcome to the Home Convenience Store.
Hi, this is Mallory Stotterell
and Erica Saylor from Lakes Ace Hardware.
You can expect expert help for your next project at Lakes Ace Hardware,
right here in downtown Perham.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
Welcome back to the EOT Insurance Halftime Show. It's all Yellow Jackets in the first half as they lead 42-24. I'd like to thank our sponsors again for making these broadcasts possible. I'd like to thank Central Market Deli and Central Market for supporting this broadcast, as well as Magnify Financial. Jacket Manufacturing, make sure to visit jacket-manufacturing.com for more information and products available from Jacket Manufacturing. Also, Quality Toyota, Wadena State Bank with locations in Bluffton, Deer Creek, and Wadena, and the Gorse Company. Visit gorsecompany.com to place your listing today. And in the first half, the Yellow Jackets really went on a big run to take this 42-24 lead at the half.
And I don't want to say unexpected because we all knew it was there. We haven't seen the outside scoring. We knew Morris can score. We know Thiel can score consistently. It was just crazy. Whoever came off the bench, they just let it fly, and it was quite a half for the Yellow Jackets in the scoring category, Jason, and just by the number of ladies who entered that scoring category.
And here is that first half scoring. Willow Thiel with 14, Kennedy Pilgrim with 11, Olivia Rosenthal with 7, Cora Grismer with 5. 3 on the board for Olivia Pilgrim, 2 for Riley Mickelson for the Yellow Jackets. On the other side of things, for the Wolverines, Madison Carson has 8, Montana Carson and Peyton Gravel with 6 each, and 2 each for Allie Pavick and Jada Dykoff. That's your first half scoring. When we come back, we'll have your first half stats here on the Main Street Sports Network.
These sponsors wish Wadena Deer Creek the best of luck in today's game. Go Wolverines!
Whether you're playing in the game or watching the game, fuel up at Papacitos Burritos. Your game day headquarters for good food that won't leave you feeling tired. Homemade and always fresh burritos, tacos, quesadillas, and more. Tender meat, fresh vegetables, rice and beans, scrumptious sauces, and so much more. Dine in or take it to go. Papacitos Burritos, located inside the Perm Mobile on Main Street and McKinley Plaza, Detroit Lakes. Always on the quest for freshness. Good luck, Perm Yellow Jackets.
I didn't know what a derecho was. Didn't know that kind of storm existed. I didn't worry a bit about my coverage. It did not let me down. I was not caught blindsided. The secret is to have an agent that gets you insured for your needs. If you don't have Farm Bureau, you don't have good insurance.
Contact Farm Bureau agent Michelle Beck in Perham at 218-345-4010.
Make memories that they'll remember and pass down a tradition. Enjoy your freedom with a road less traveled and spend time with the ones you love. Whether it's here or there, make the most out of life and spend time with who you choose, and choose Quillo from United Community Bank. Whatever life has in store for you, finance it with Quillo. Learn more at ucbankmn.com. United Community Bank, Perham, Frazee, Dent. Subject to credit approval. Auto payment required. United Community Bank. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender.
Welcome to Nias Family Sales, located just north of Highway 10 exit in Perham. Stop in today or visit niasfamilysales.com to view the quality inventory of pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs. Nias Family Sales can offer financing options to fit your needs, no matter your credit history. Nias Family Sales also has an experienced and reliable parts and service department that's open extra hours to help fit your hectic schedule. Nias Family Sales, the Lakes area automotive leader since 1999. At At the Goose Gang, we believe there's a kid in all of us, and we are here to help you find the exciting new toy or game to bring a bit of extra fun to your day. We stock the best toys from around the world to promote learning, imagination, and play. Everything you need to bring your family together. No matter what you're looking for or what age your birth certificate says, we have something for everyone. Don't miss our handcrafted popcorn, wide selection of candy, or the specialty sodas. Treat yourself at the Goose Gang.
Welcome back. In the Lake Shirts Fieldhouse, the Yellow Jackets lead this one 42-24, and we'll take a look at your KLN Family Brand stat report. And right now the Yellow Jackets lights out 18 of 34 from the field is definitely a big key of this game.
Right, and it's the number of shots, 10 of 19. If you're shooting almost 50% as the Wolverines, it's not bad. It's you've got 15 shots less on goal, and it comes in that form of turnover category. That's the big number that stands out to me, Jason, is 16. And there was a long stretch there where it was turnover after turnover after turnover. You take even 6 of those away and make them baskets, and we're right in this basketball game. So definitely something I know Coach Krusov talked about at halftime is let's clean it up and not get those let's get those turnovers in check.
And one of the things we've talked about as we get ready to go for the second half, first few minutes, we talked about it at the start of the first half. It's really big now, the start of the second half. We'll take one last time out, come back, and have the start of the second half here on the Magnitude Sports Network.
These sponsors wish Wadena Deer Creek the best of luck in today's game. Go Wolverines!
What sets the world's leading hospitals apart from the rest? It's their continued ability to deliver the highest quality patient care. Perham Health is honored to be a top 10 Minnesota hospital. Patients experience it, and Newsweek has recognized it. Even during the unpredictability of the pandemic, the nurses, doctors, and many others at Perham Health put their best foot forward. Thank you to everyone at Perham Health for continuing to provide the best patient care.
Welcome back to the Lake Shirts Fieldhouse out of the halftime break. It'll be Yellow Jacket basketball as they lead this one 42-24 as we get ready for the second half.
Yeah, and I think we kind of touched on it. Yellow Jackets more of the same. If you can continue to get everybody involved, it's going to be a good night. And if you're the Wolverines, you just have to clean up those turnovers. You're shooting the ball well. You're doing a lot of things really well. You're just turning the ball over too much. So let's see what happens.
Now Theo with the jumper on its way, in and out, no good. Rebound tapped around, grabbed. Kennedy Pilgrim inside. Thiel up through traffic and contact and a foul. Now we'll put Thiel to the Ruder Family Dentistry free throw line to shoot a pair.
Right, and that was just an unfortunate bounce for the Wolverines. And again, but I think we talked about the shooting and the scoring of the Yellow Jackets. It's this gritty play. They're after every loose ball. We kind of, as the first free throw goes in, we talked about it, Jason, in the keys of the game for Wadena Deer Creek to do all the little things. Right now it's the Yellow Jackets.
Free throw, no. Rebound to Carson. Hands it off to Pavic and she brings it up court. Here's Sonic, goes to Montana Carson. Now Pavic looking inside to Gravel. It's cut off. Now Addison Gravel. Left-hand dribble. Takes an extra step and another turnover. And a tough one there for the Wolverines early. Hand off Maya Morris. She launches for three. Off the mark, no good. Rebound inside, grabbed by Gravel. Addison Gravel brings it up court now. Left hand hands it off to Pavic. Pavic over to the right side to Madison Carson. A three-pointer on its way, no good. And the rebound grabbed there by Pilgrim up ahead. Thiel with it. Thiel off the screen, now goes Olivia Pilgrim. Finds Rosenthal baseline. Back to Maya Morris. Morris now with it over to Kennedy Pilgrim, over to Willow Thiel. Thiel looking inside, not there, now to Rosenthal. Rosenthal with 7 first half points, now dishes it off over to Olivia Pilgrim. Now over to Kennedy Pilgrim. Pilgrim into the lane, kick out near side, Thiel. Thiel in the lane. Rosenthal with a straight on three. is no good. Rebound eventually grabbed by the Wolverines, and now it's stolen away, and a timeout called by head coach TJ Super, brought to you by Perham Health. We'll take a break on the Magnitude Sports Network.
We learn how to work hard together. We learn to believe in ourselves together. We win or lose together. Together, we are better. Together, we are unstoppable. This is true for all of life. It's true for our community. Let's drive together.
Welcome back into the Lake Shirts Fieldhouse. The Yellow Jackets lead this one 43-24. Opening minutes of our second half. As Morris gets to Kennedy Pilgrim over to Rosenthal. Now Olivia Pilgrim is going to drive. Lose control, and a nice steal there by Addison Gravel. And for the Wolverines, chip away as much as you can in the early going. And there is a foul on Rosenthal getting aggressive, and that's her second.
And again, there's no 19-point shot in basketball, so like you said, be patient. Get your open looks. It doesn't have to be all threes. You can go into the basket to Gravel yet, and then work your way back out after she gets going and they have to double down. So again, a lot of time in the second half. It's tough to be patient sometimes, but you almost have to go possession by possession right now.
Montana Carson gets it poked away, but a foul on Pilgrim in the reach.
And I'm not sure if you're the Yellow Jackets, you want to get into foul trouble. You don't want this game to be any longer than it is. If you could whittle that clock down to 2:44 right now, you would do it. All we're doing is stopping the clock, and pretty soon they're going to be at the free throw line with chances to score with the clock stopped. So, again, tough defense, don't foul.
Carson inside to Peyton Gravel. The double comes, a kick out for Pavic. The three-pointer off the mark, actually right on line, just too strong. And back the other way. Thiel now. Hands it off to Kennedy Pilgrim, near side to Olivia Pilgrim. Looks for Kennedy Pilgrim. Pilgrim in the lane, the kick out. Thiel thought about a three, but passes it up. Now will drive baseline against Gravel. The reverse layup, no good. Rebound, Peyton Gravel. And now it's handed off to Madison Carson and the Wolverines.
And again, you don't want to dwell on something. You look at Willow. She's been battling a back issue. She looks like it's bothering her a little bit. Sometimes that's tough to come out of the locker room. Hopefully that loosens up for her as she gets playing here.
She didn't play the final few minutes of that first half as she was stretching that out. As the pass goes cross court. Addison Gravel now with the feed and a drive by Pavic. Comes back to Gravel. Both teams wanting a little bit of something on that possession, but now we're kind of regrouped and slowed it back down as Montana Carson has it. Hands it off to Pavic, now to Addison Gravel. She steps into a three-pointer, it's good! Addison Gravel with a three-pointer, brought to you by Quality Toyota. How far would you drive for a great deal?
And again, a really nice series there for the Wolverines. They didn't rush, they didn't panic, they just got a really nice shot.
Thiel with it, into the lane. Spins, left hand up, no, foul, yes, and she'll go to the line to shoot two.
So hard to defend her. That spin move is so quick, and she can go either direction with it. It makes her really hard to defend when she gets the ball around that free throw line.
Foul is on Allie Pavic. Free throw from the Reuter Family Dentistry free throw line from Willow Thiel's no good.
If there's been one thing that's plagued the Jackets a little bit through this run, Jason, it's been their free throw shooting. And I'm not sure what it is. They're good shooters. I think just sometimes it becomes contagious.
Well, that one well off the mark.
And you hope that doesn't come into play, that all of a sudden you start thinking about these misses and the game gets tight and you're at the free throw line.
Jada Dykoff now with it to Gravel. She gets bumped, drives the lane, throws up a shot. No, but a foul. The foul is going to be on the Thiel. Slow to get up, but pops up. But going to the free throw line with a chance of cutting the lead, and the clock stopped. Will be Addison Gravel.
Again, things playing out well for the Wolverines to try to get back into this.
That one drops from the Reuter Family Dentistry free throw line.
Mickelson back into the game for the Yellow Jackets.
She brought a spark in that first half for the Yellow Jackets.
Boy, did she ever. It was the quick hands and just being in every passing lane that just was so disruptive.
Second free throw good.
And you can start to sense the crowd creep in here for the Wolverines. So for the Yellow Jackets, a good time to get a set here, get what you want.
Now we have an official timeout. As Kate Diggins will check in for field. The underdog is starting to feel some energy in life. Trailing at 43-29.
Well, and the Yellow Jackets bring in a really nice player in Kate Diggins, but you almost have to believe that the Wolverines are going to go into the post to Gravel now during this time.
Grismer loses it, out of bounds. It will be Wadena Deer Creek basketball, and like you said, Lance, it's getting tense.
I think you feel it both directions. I think you feel the Yellow Jacket crowd kind of get nervous. You're starting to feel some life from the Wolverines. To me, it feels like playoff basketball.
Wolverines have outscored the Yellow Jackets 5-1 so far in this second half. Gravel thought about a step back jumper, passes it up to Carson. She circles around, but she double dribbles on the defensive pressure there, turns it over.
And that's too bad. I think they were really trying to set up Karstens there on a three-pointer, and she hasn't really caught fire yet, but we know what her capabilities are.
Nicholson now with it. Quick pass to Grismer. Grismer in the lane, over here near side for Anderson. Anderson thought about it, passed it up, goes inside to Diggins. Back to Anderson as she cuts. Short jumper from Anderson, no. Rebound grabbed. And going through the back was Kate Diggins on Gravel. And that foul will be Diggins' first. 13 minutes approaching that mark here. In this second half, the Yellow Jackets lead 43-29. Carson guarded by Morris, hands it off to Madison Carson. Now back to Montana Carson, inside to go to Gravel. The double comes. Left hand from Gravel, short. Rebound tapped around. Gravel gets it, but it's thrown off an arm and coming back the other way as it went off Ashley Pavic. Now Maya Morris to Grismer, to Mickelson. Mickelson with it, now to Maya Morris. Over to Cora Grismer on the left. Free throw line extended, Mickelson. The Yellow Jackets now with Grismer into the lane, knifes through the layup, too strong. Mickelson there for the offensive board. She calmly brings it back out to Morris, or to Anderson. Now Grismer launches the three and hits it. Cora Grismer, a much needed three-pointer for the Yellow Jackets.
And again, in true shooter mentality, missed a couple, didn't even hesitate on that three. So, you know, she's locked in, ready to shoot it when she's open.
A quality Toyota three-pointer there by Cora Grismer. And now driving Madison Carson into the lane and goes out of bounds off Mickelson. Wolverines were hoping for a foul there as it goes out of bounds off Mickelson. Yellow Jackets were thinking Mickelson had good position. All in all, it's just a play on out of bounds.
And they've let the contact happen tonight, and that's championship basketball. I think you got to battle through some of that if it's not impeding on getting yourself directly to the basket.
Right side, Ashley Pavic. Left-hand dribble now with the pass. Here to the near side, Addison Gravel. Yellow Jacket student section here in the background making some noise for the defense, and now there's a foul on Diggins. That's her second. But one thing is they're working the clock, so that's on the Yellow Jacket side. Tough inbounds pass, it goes to Gravel. Madison Carson circles around off the glass, no. Rebound, she gets it back though and fights for the offensive board. Takes a long jumper, it's no good. Over the head of Mickelson, saved by the Wolverines. They extend this possession. Here's Madison Carson, jump stop, left hand layup, go.
If at first you don't succeed, try again and work for the Wolverines. They were pretty relentless on that possession.
Mickelson thought about it, passed it up, now over to Maya Morris. Morris to Grismer. Right side to Mickelson. Mickelson looked at the cutter. Anderson wasn't there. Goes to Grismer and said she'll drive. Left hand layup. No good, but a foul, and she'll shoot a pair. And the Jackets back to the Ruder Family Dentistry free throw line. A foul is on Montana Carson. Free throw by Grismer is good. She has 9 now. In the game against Fergus Falls, she was our Central Market Deli sub of the game. She's making a claim for that as well. We thank them for sponsoring as well as Magnifies Financial and all our other sponsors that have jumped on board during the playoffs and have been with us throughout the whole year as she hits the second from the Ruder Family Dentistry free throw line. And we thank them for the support of high school sports action on the Magnitude Sports Network.
It's amazing in the game of basketball. Sometimes you look at a 17-point lead and you think, wow, we got this in hand. Doesn't feel like that right now. The Yellow Jackets are playing well, but other than that little drought by the Wolverines, it's kind of been step for step the rest of the way.
Madison Carson, 4-3, too strong. Rebound, Pavic. Mickelson thought she was able to keep her balance, but unfortunately for her, she stepped out of bounds with the basketball.
Boy, she has brought the energy. Another person, I think, who is vying for that Central Market sub of the game.
Jada Dykoff will check in for the Wolverines. We also like to thank Wadena State Bank with locations in Bluffton, Deer Creek, and Wadena, as well as the Gorse Company. Visit GorseCompany.com, the place you're listening today as we get back to live action. Inbounds pass to Dykoff. And it's stolen away by Grismer. Now to Kai Anderson. Anderson's got Mickelson with her, stops. Lets Mickelson get the pass. She lets everyone clear, but the numbers catches up, and they're going to call a travel.
And there's just sometimes you got to give credit to the Wolverines there, Jason, as they scrambled back in what I thought was going to be a really kind of easy layup situation. Just straight pure hustle by the Wolverines.
Wolverines will bring the ball up court under 10 in our second half. Winner to the Class 2A state tournament. Inside Gravel. Back up top, Dykoff for 3. It's good. Jada Dykoff, the 3.
You know, and it's those that just chip away at this game. Now we're at a 14-point game. Again, the Yellow Jackets take care of the ball, run your series.
Grismer, the 3, no good. In and out. Gravel, the rebound. As Grismer was hoping to answer with a quality Toyota three-pointer of her own.
Exactly, and we talked a little bit in the first half about that. Sometimes shots are too quick, and I know she's on fire, but you're letting this happen right now with the Wolverines.
And Gravel with the drive, and it's now a 12-point game. Here's Mickelson, cross court for Diggins, and now a timeout brought to you by Perham Health. And coming in out of the timeout will be Willow Thiel and Olivia Rosenthal, but the Wolverines starting to sense momentum on their side. As the Yellow Jackets coaching staff talk things over on this Perham Health timeout, we'll take a break on the Magnitude Sports Network.
It's me, your inner otter. We are getting on the bus, and I don't know if you knew this, but it's called the Otter Express.
I can look at all the cool things around town, right? Like I can see, oh, look at that over there, right? And if I'm driving, then I can't do that. I got to pay attention to the road. But when I'm riding the Otter Express, somebody else is paying attention to the road for me. So that's pretty convenient.
You live in Fergus Falls or Perham or Parker's Prairie or Breckenridge, and you want to go visit some friends or your neighbors, and you don't have a vehicle, or maybe your vehicle's in the shop, the Otter Express is a perfect way to get around town.
Welcome to Gene Sports Shop, located right on Main Street in Perham, Minnesota. We are your Lakes Area Archery headquarters. We are an authorized dealer for Matthews, Hoyt, Bowtech, Elite, Bear, and PSC bows, as well as a full line of crossbows. Our friendly, skilled bow technicians will go the extra mile with great customer service to ensure your bow and gear are ready for the woods this fall. Whatever your archery needs are, trust Gene Sports Shop this fall, located in Perham.
Welcome back to Media Row here at the Lake Shirts Fieldhouse as we're high atop the floor here as the Yellow Jackets get the ball out of the timeouts. Brought to you by Perham Health as the Perham Health break in the game. Morris with it, looks inside, and Gravel gets the steal. Then Thiel and Rosenthal check back in for, actually Rosenthal checked out. She was going to come in now at the next timeout. As Gravel with it. That's Peyton Gravel handed off to Montana Carson.
Kind of interesting if they'll go at Thiel. See what happens here as she was off on the sidelines a little bit.
Addison Gravel drives on Pilgrim. Pilgrim hacks her and sends her to the floor, and Gravel to the Hooter Family Dentistry free throw line.
And the Wolverines from now, the last 8.5 minutes here, Jason, are going to be in the bonus. We talked about not extending possessions for them. Now it's even more important not to give them points when the clock stopped.
Free throw is good. Gravel gets it to roll. The Wolverines are 5 of 5 at the line tonight.
You talked about this. This is kind of it's almost their MO of not giving up, getting back into the game, and we looked at a 17, 18-point lead. Now creeps down to 10.
Letting sleeping dogs lie. This one has woken up. Has the Wolverines as they've cut it to 10. Kennedy Pilgrim, quick three, short out the front iron. The rebound gets tapped away, and Carson has it. Madison Carson in the lane, and no, the shot won't count. Offensive foul. Olivia Pilgrim draws the charge on Madison Carson.
Boy, and that might be one of those possessions that we look back to, Jason, and go, that might have been the turning point of the game, because the shot went in. That would have been down into single digits again.
Morris with it now to Rosenthal, to Olivia Pilgrim. Now over to Thiel. Thiel is going to drive in the lane. Back down the defender, spin left side, scoop shot, no. Rebound Gravel. Poked away Thiel, but out of bounds. It'll stay with the Wolverines.
Boy, and the Yellow Jackets have kind of gone cold. They've had a few stretches where they have, but the consistency of shooting that they had in the first half has kind of left them right now, and it definitely shows on the scoreboard.
Unique situations. You look at the timeout situation. The Wolverines have 3. The Yellow Jackets have 2 as we approach 7.5. Carson now to Gravel. Peyton Gravel for 3. It's good! Peyton Gravel cuts it to 7.
And can you say ball game? We have one now, that is for sure.
Rosenthal over to Morris. Now Thiel with it. To Kennedy Pilgrim in the lane. Floater, no. Rebound. Kennedy Pilgrim saves it, but no, she's out of bounds. Turnover to the Wolverines.
Pressure still coming really full court by the Yellow Jackets, which extends the floor, which does leave some alleys for WDC to drive.
Gravel with it now. Hands it off. Addison Gravel for 3. That's going to miss everything. Olivia Pilgrim gets the board. Now to Thiel. Up ahead, Rosenthal. Rosenthal drives. And an offensive foul as Addison Gravel stands her ground and draws the charge.
And again, I didn't like her shot on the other side, and I'd rarely say that. It was a deep, almost at the R in the Lakers. She comes back and just gets the ball back for her team. So that's the grittiness that you see from Coach Cressup's team.
Montana Carson to Addison Gravel. Gravel spins, off balance shot, no good, out of bounds. Riley Mickelson back in, 6.5 roughly to go in this second half.
Again, that's 2 empty possessions for the Wolverines. And again, I hate to say that, but it's 2 crucial possessions. They could have had this game down to a point or 2 with a little bit better shot selection right there.
Morris now to Pilgrim. Rosenthal looks inside, it's not there, goes to Mickelson. Mickelson, nice move, drives through, lays it in. The seas parted for Mickelson and she put it home, and the Yellow Jackets lead by 9.
She spun every which direction looking for someone to outlet it to, and then everybody ran at somebody else. It was crazy, and I think it almost shocked her.
Dykoff with it. Hands it off. Addison Gravel with Kennedy Pilgrim on her. Cross court to Madison Carson. Carson with the spin. In the lane, the kick up top for Addison Gravel. Inside, Thiel steps in and steals it for the Jackets. Head coach TJ Super trying to tell Mickelson to slow down. Good luck. As now she gets it over to Morris. And the Yellow Jackets do slow down. Mickelson over to Thiel. To Rosenthal in the lane. Rosenthal back to Pilgrim. Now to Morris. Now to Mickelson again. Now to Rosenthal. Look it in. It goes into Thiel. Thiel short on the shot. Rebound Dykoff. Now they're putting pressure, but a foul on Thiel for the reach-in.
And again, I don't know that I like the trap. I like making it difficult. I like taking time off the clock. I don't like giving them a chance to score when you were 90-some feet away from the basket.
At the line will be Jada Dykoff at the Reuter Family Dentistry free throw line. Free throw, short off the mark to the right. Pilgrim the rebound for the Yellow Jackets. Kennedy Pilgrim back the other way over to Rosenthal through her hands, but she corrals it in the corner, and head coach TJ Super is going to use one of his final 2 timeouts. We'll take a break, brought to you by Perham Health. The Yellow Jackets by 9 on the KLM Family Brand scoreboard on the Magnitude Sports Network.
Otter Fitness Garage, a membership-based fitness center located in downtown Ottertail, Minnesota, offering a complete line of free weights, fitness machines, and equipment for almost any workout. Visit the website for more info on group classes like morning yoga or Pump Fit, a low-impact strength training class. Otter Fitness Garage also participates in fitness incentive programs and has many memberships to choose from. Plus, they offer the little things that matter. It's more than a typical gym. Otter Fitness Garage, online, otterfitness.com. Call them today at 218-325-1400. Hansen's Plumbing and Heating provides the highest quality products and services to ensure the comfort and safety of all their customers. It's what they do. Henry Hansen, later known as Hardware Hank, first opened the family hardware store in the early 1930s in Burgess, Minnesota. Today, they are proud to carry on his legacy of hard work and honesty through teamwork, fellowship, cutting-edge technology, and forward thinking. 218-346-2422 or make a visit in Perham, Burgess, or Detroit Lakes today. Hansen's Plumbing and Heating, proudly serving Minnesota families for over 80 years.
Welcome back to the Lake Shirts Fieldhouse. Yellow Jackets with a sideline inbound. And again, the Yellow Jackets just one timeout for the final 4 minutes plus. As they lead by 9, the Wolverines have 3. Morris with it though. Inside Thiel. Thiel up to the left side, draws the foul on Gravel, and Thiel will go to the Reuter Family Dentistry free throw line, where she has struggled tonight for the Yellow Jackets.
And you took the words right out of my mouth. A great position under there by Thiel. Maybe not a bad idea to put her to the line instead of getting that automatic 2, make her earn it.
And that one in and out, no good. Yellow Jackets just 4 of 12 from the line tonight.
Free throw shooting to me seems like putting in golf. It's contagious. It either goes really good or not so good.
Thiel gets that one from the Reuter Family Dentistry free throw line. Now the Yellow Jackets putting that token pressure on.
I think just trying to eat up some seconds right here. Not really trying, well, I shouldn't say that because there was the try for the steal, but just trying to make WDC earn it.
Into the lane, shot up, no. Rebound tapped around. The Wolverines get the loose ball. Now Gravel picks it up to paint. Gravel. Madison Carson now uses the screen. Spins into the lane. Shot up, no, but she's fouled. It'll be interesting to see who they call this one. I believe it's going to be on Rosenthal. Nope, it's on Thiel. So that's her 4th.
WDC's going to end up in the double bonus after this one, Jason.
Carson misses that one. That's the first miss from the line for the Wolverines. Cora Grismer will check in for Rosenthal. Ashley Pavic will check in for Jada Dykoff. Yellow Jackets by 10 on your KLN Family Brand scoreboard. It's Carson with 10 points, make it 11. And the Yellow Jackets bring it up court. Thiel to Grismer. Near side to Kai Anderson, over to Mickelson. To Willow Thiel. Thiel is going to drive. Gets cut off when she picks up her dribble, finds Kai Anderson. Now to Cora Grismer. Grismer to Thiel. At the top. Thiel with a couple of dribbles to the right side to Mickelson. Mickelson gets it into Thiel. Thiel's going to go to work inside. Shot up, off balance, gets the rebound, the reverse good.
And it seems like we've talked about this a lot, but that's what we talked about in the pregame. Limit that one shot, and then you can get the ball back and score, and they keep giving her 2-3 shots at the basket.
And head coach Jordan Cressup will take a Perham Health timeout. We'll take a break as he talks to his Wolverines on the Main Street Sports Network. Oh no, now they're taking pictures. Welcome back into the Lake Sharks Fieldhouse here on the Main Street Sports Network. Yellow Jackets lead this one 53-42 on your KLN Family Brand scoreboard as we come out of the timeout. The Wolverines will inbound here on the sideline. As Karsten gets the inbound. Karsten gets pressured by Rosenthal now to Gravel. Gravel drives cross court it goes. Pavic now to Montana Karsten. Drives, poked away by Grismer, but Karsten gets it back now. Karsten's in a tough spot, able to get out of it with a nice drive. Kick near side. A three-pointer off the mark, no good. Rebound and a foul on Peyton Gravel going over the top. And that's her fourth. Now the Yellow Jackets have to bring it up against some pressure from the Wolverines. Cross the timeline with Morris. Handoff here, Grismer. Right side it goes to Kai Anderson. Handoff to Mickelson. Mickelson with time. Now they come on her, and there's going to be a foul because the Wolverines, I thought they had a few more to give. No, they're going to foul right away. That's going to put Riley Mickelson to the free throw line.
And I think that's a smart play there by Coach Jordan Cressup. It's 9. If it was 4-6, I could say, hey, let's try for a steal. If we don't get the steal, I think when it's 9, you got to extend every possession you got, and you can extend a lot in 3 minutes.
Free throw by Mickelson, in and out, no good, and there you go as Karsten gets the rebound. Here's Dykhoff. Near side it goes. Dykhoff inside, tapped away. Now to the floor they go. Mickelson has it tied up. And out of all that, it's a held ball again. Guess who's in the mix? It's Riley Mickelson for the Yellow Jackets. Karsten with the sideline inbound. Gets it to Gravel. Karsten off the screen, kick out near side. Dykhoff steps into a three-pointer. Short off the side iron. Rebound grab, though. Madison Karsten on the long rebound. Gravel with it now. Kai Anderson hand up on her. Karsten with it now to Gravel. Anderson Gravel for three. Short off the side. The box out by Anderson allows Mickelson to get the loose ball, and now a foul, and Mickelson is going to have a hunch. She's going to be shooting a lot of free throws from the Bruder Family Dentistry free throw line.
Right, that's one of those things that you definitely have scouted out before the game even starts of who at the end of the game that you want at the line. I have faith in Mickelson here. She has done so much for the Yellow Jackets tonight. This will be a perfect way for her to cap these off.
She gets that one to go, so she'll get the second. Too strong on the second. Madison Karsten with the rebound. Near side it goes. Dykhoff to Madison Karsten. A head fake by Jada Dykoff. Now to Madison Carson. Got Grismer off her feet, so she drives. Kicks it back out for Peyton Gravel. Gravel for three, in and out, no good. Rebound. And Hauser, there it is. There was a nice clothesline hook by Jada Dykoff on Riley Mickelson. That will send Mickelson to the free throw line.
And I was going to say this, but there was so much action. I don't think the Wolverines had to settle for a three in those last couple possessions. I think get your two, especially if you can get to the basket. And if you happen to get a three-point old-fashioned style, great. If not, take your two, come back, foul, extend this game out. It's just too hard to get a three-pointer tonight in this game.
And Mickelson gets the first. And that's the key for her. Hit one, get back, defend. That's all you ask for from Riley Mickelson, and she has done an outstanding job for the Yellow Jackets tonight.
If we get 1 out of 2 on every possession coming through here, Jason, we're going to be in good shape with a minute 42 left in this one.
Free throw, too strong. Thiel, the offensive board. Tries to kick it out. Now it's tied up. We're going to see
possession of the Jackets.
Jump ball is going to be the call. I thought they were going to go with a possible timeout. Head coach Jordan Crescent was trying to get it, but they said they didn't have the possession, so held ball is going to be the call.
And that's a veteran play there by Coach Cressup, trying to sneak one of those away if you can.
Kai Anderson inbound, gets to Maya Morris. Mickelson to Thiel. Now the Yellow Jackets can just hold the ball. Can do this next year, but it's going to work this year as it goes to Grismer. Grismer knifes through and gets fouled. And Grismer will be shooting too. And the Yellow Jackets are starting to close in. Free throw, no good. From the Ruder Family Dentistry free throw line.
Whatever happens after tonight, I would imagine Coach Super's going to look at this free throw shooting and go, we have to shore this up, especially if we're heading down to the cities. It's been an Achilles heel tonight.
Gets the second, does Grismer. The Yellow Jackets have brought the lead back to 14. Karsten to Gravel. Over to Karsten. Near side, they swing it over. Montana Karsten to Peyton Gravel. To Addison Gravel now. Anderson on her. There's the screen for Addison Gravel. Comes off near side to Madison Carson. Carson's going to drive in the lane short on the shot. Gets the rebound. Puts it back up short again, but gets it to drop. And now we have a timeout. Timeout called by the Wolverines. Under a minute to go. The Yellow Jackets by 12 on the KLM Family Brand scoreboard.
Say hello to Taylor Doll at the Backyard. Taylor keeps the store filled with your pet's favorite pet food, pet treats, and pet toys. Hard to find items like retractable dog leashes and pet supplements. The Backyard also carries everything you need for your livestock and poultry operations. Are you a bird watcher? The Backyard has one of the best selections of bird seed, suets, and feeders in the area. And finally, don't forget to book a spa day for your dog with one of our professional dog groomers. 218-346-7487.
Welcome back to the Lake Shirts Fieldhouse. The Yellow Jackets lead by 12. They'll have the inbound. Anderson to inbound. Gets it to Grismer and a foul. And going to the line will be Cora Grismer. And how much faith, I'm going to say this, does TJ Super have in a freshman to have her, Kai Anderson, be the one inbounding the ball in a pivotal moment there under a minute?
Right, and youth has definitely come into play on both sides of the basketball, and the future of Section 8AA basketball is really bright, Jason, with all of these players on the floor.
Free throw by Grismer, no good. Peyton Gravel will check in the offense for defense substitution by head coach Jordan Crescent, but she has 4 fouls. As Grismer will shoot. And it's good. She gets a second. Madison Carson will bring it up court. Carson goes to the right side. Loses the ball. Grismer lets it go out of bounds. We'll talk a lot in the postgame show as well about the Wolverines, but the effort they gave tonight in this run has been storybook.
Right, and no quit in this team, and reflects definitely their head coach.
And Grismer gets fouled. She'll go to the line.
And I guess if you're the Yellow Jackets, you're getting some live practice at these free throws right now, Jason. And I think you just got to go back to being a young kid, shooting out in your driveway, and don't pretend any of this is around you, and shoot with confidence.
Grismer free throw short. Iliaki will check in. And that one's good. And now Olivia Rosenthal will check in. So the Yellow Jackets have their 4 seniors on the floor for the final half minute. Addison Gravel drives, creates space, jumper, no, rebound to Rosenthal. And the Yellow Jacket fans start to rise to their feet and get a round of applause from their fans as the Yellow Jackets, the drought is over.
And actually now you have both sides up, Jason, and well-deserved for all of these young ladies.
I would like to thank Chris Hubden for getting us right back on the air quickly. We apologize for that, but the Yellow Jackets are your section champs with a 58-44 victory over the Wadena Deer Creek Wolverines.
And again, this is one of those, we talked about it the other day. It's why it's been used for ages from NBC. The thrill of victory and the agony of defeat. You can see both sides, the thrill of the Yellow Jacket sideline, and like you said, it's been a lot of years. We're trying to calculate in our head, maybe 32 years since this has happened. And if you're the Wolverines, wow, what a run. Well, yeah, there's no other way to say it. If you're the 11 seed in any tournament and you're in the finals, you've done a lot of things really, really well. So congratulations to both squads, as we'll have a awards ceremony coming up here, and plenty of time for Jason and I to talk to you about what we saw and what happened. But in the end, it was just too much Yellow Jackets.
And congratulations to head coach TJ Super, getting the Yellow Jackets to the state tournaments. And the Wolverines now getting a nice round of applause from the fans in attendance here, as well as they're getting ready to receive their second place medals and their trophy, as this amazing run for them comes to an end against the Perham Yellow Jackets here tonight.
Yeah, and what a run it was. And again, you can tell by their fan base, you can tell by all that's gone on, Jason, they believed tonight it was going to keep going, and they should have. And boy, they played their hearts out. It was about a 3-4 minute stretch where the ball just got turned over too much in the first half. Otherwise, it was pretty even Steven the whole time.
That second half, the Yellow Jackets struggled for a little bit. The Wolverines put the pressure on, cut it down to single digits. So it was just too much Yellow Jackets at the end. And like you talked about a little bit, though, we'll touch on it later. The free throws will be something we'll have to be a storyline going forward. But tonight, they'll worry about those tomorrow and maybe on Monday as they get ready to find out where they're going for the Class 2A state tournament.
It's all water under the bridge now because it didn't affect you. But as a coaching staff and being on a coaching staff, I know that those things bother you when the night afterwards. And so, again, it's things that they'll talk about. But a great showing by the Wolverines here as they're collecting their medals. Athletic Director Norm Gallen out there greeting each of the girls, and so well deserved. I mean, I can't think of a better story in this tournament than the Wolverines, Jason.
As their run was something else, knocking off Hawley, knocking off Pelican Rapids in exciting fashion down to the lane. Coming back, rallying from a 7-point deficit to Thief River Falls to get to the section championship, a spot where when the brackets came out, not too many people had them making that run.
No, and I'm not even sure every team thinks they're going to, but it's one of those almost improbable runs, and it went all the way down to the last minutes here, and again, just you got to give hats off to Coach Jordan Cressup. This program, this is a leap ahead, and here comes Coach Cressup out to receive a well-deserved medal, and I would have to believe the arrow is pointing upwards for Wadena Deer Creek girls basketball.
I had the privilege to interview Jordan a couple of times when he got introduced as the head coach of Wadena Deer Creek. It was great to see the passion, and you could just see the joy that he has of coaching this girls basketball team then and now, and the work he's put in and how this program continues to grow, and you can just see it's a reflection of the effort that Jordan Cressup and his staff puts in.
Well, and when you look at his roster, 10th grade, 8th grade, then 9th grade, he's got, it's not empty, but here's our Perham Yellow Jackets, Section 8 AA champions. Boy, does that have a nice sound.
As they receive their medals from Activities Director Aaron Anderson. Maya Morris, now Cora Grismer. Olivia Rosenthal gets hers. She's won a defensive stalwart tonight. It was her offense that played a big role.
It's amazing as it goes now to Kaya Anderson. All of these ladies, Jason, that were in the game played such a huge role tonight, and that hasn't been the case through this whole run. Morgan Smith now getting her medal. Just a great team effort tonight.
Now Greta Razor for the Yellow Jackets. Lily Ockery, a senior for the Yellow Jackets, put in a lot of time with this program as well. Kennedy Pilgrim had big nights getting her medal. She really had that big first half with 11 points that helped the Yellow Jackets out and running. And her sister Olivia Pilgrim, a neat moment for the sisters to get to share in this trip to state.
Right, and to be in order in the lineup, really cool thing. Kaya Starzl coming out to get hers, and watching some practice the other night, you see how important this whole roster is. As here's Willow Thiel coming in, and what a tournament she had, even battling some back issues.
Kate Dickens getting her medal as well, and a loud round of applause. And Riley Mickelson, who I'm just going to say it right now is our Central Market Deli sub of the game tonight with her effort off the bench.
Yeah, and if you want to talk to anybody at length about basketball, Riley kind of had to wait her time this year just because of how rotations were going. She came in a little bit banged up. Talk about making the most of your opportunity. She has just been lights out through this tournament.
As the managers for the Yellow Jackets are receiving their medals, and now the coaches. Michelle Borman, a long-time assistant coach with the Yellow Jacket program. Robbie Cox now getting his. And Michelle Bowman, Section 8 2A Assistant Coach of the Year. And now head coach TJ Super. The Section 8 2A Head Coach of the Year. Sends his Yellow Jackets to state.
And one of the things that I hope you heard that, it speaks volumes of who Coach Super is. It wasn't just the girls, it was the whole student body behind. And here are the seniors coming out to accept their Section 8 AA championship trophy.
The celebration will continue as the Yellow Jackets are moving on. We'll take a break and come back with more of your postgame show on the Magnitude Sports Network.
We learn how to work hard together. We learn to believe in ourselves together. We win or lose together. Together, we are better. Together, we are unstoppable. This is true for all of life. It's true for our community. Let's drive together.
Ray's Sport and Marine in Perham has you covered for all your recreational needs. Ray's carries a large inventory of Lund boats, Bennington pontoons, plus Viaggio pontoons. They also carry the Yamaha line of ATVs and UTVs, as well as the full line of Honda Power Sports. Stop in and check out all of what Ray's Sport and Marine has to offer. You can also visit us at the in-house boat show March 10th and 11th. Good luck to all Perham athletes, and go Yellow Jackets!
What sets the world's leading hospitals apart from the rest? It's their continued ability to deliver the highest quality patient care. Perham Health is honored to be a top 10 Minnesota hospital. Patients experience it, and Newsweek has recognized it. Even during the unpredictability of the pandemic, the nurses, doctors, and many others at Perham Health put their best foot forward. Thank you to everyone at Perham Health for continuing to provide the best patient care.
Welcome back into the Lake Shirts Fieldhouse. The Yellow Jackets cutting down the nets as they return to the state tournament with a 58-44 victory tonight over the Wadena Deer Creek Wolverines. It's the Yellow Jackets' first trip to state since 1991, second overall for the program. As you see at this time of the year, the nets come down and the championships are celebrated. It's always a fun moment in March.
It is, and again, we want to celebrate this fun time, but it's always all the time, and you're so good about that, Jason. I don't want to put you on the spot, but I know it's tough for the Wadena Deer Creek seniors as well. It's one of those times where you know the end is going to come at some point. You just don't want it to be that particular night, and I think it'd be a great time to honor those Wadena Deer Creek Wolverine seniors as well.
Wolverines have two seniors, Madison Carson and Allie Pavick. Madison Carson, we talked a little bit about her role in the Thief River Falls game, battling a pair of torn ACLs during her career. She's going to continue her career athletically in volleyball at Minnesota Crookston, so congratulations to her. She's a dynamic volleyball player as well as a great leader for this Wadena Deer Creek Wolverine basketball team. And then Allie Pavick has battled through multi-sport star, for the Wolverines. Was a great cross-country runner and a starter, and gave Jordan Cressup some good years as well.
Exactly, and it's always it's always the turning of a page, and it's going to happen at some point, and every team goes through that. And you kind of go through, well, what are we going to do without them? And, the next year comes and they're in the stands cheering, and they move on to bigger and better things. And but for right now, this is about as big as it gets, as you're watching two things unfold here. You're watching these ladies take a piece of history with them. When we're talking 1991, under Coach Darryl Peterson was the last time the Yellow Jackets went to state. It's been a long time coming, and so this is a huge piece of history. The second thing you see is the most important part to me is the support that the Yellow Jacket girls are getting, who they're surrounded by. You'd love to say, boy, they're just surrounded by their parents, and they kind of are, but it's their classmates. And that's the pride that comes from playing athletics, being in the band, speech, choir, being a part of something that's bigger than just one person. It's bigger than you. And you're seeing it unfold tonight, and how proud the guys' programs are of these ladies as they're cutting down the net, and they cheer every time.
It's kind of unique to see as you see them cutting down the net. Now you're seeing individual pictures being taken with the trophy. As the Yellow Jackets, you said, now they're hanging another banner. The School of Champions gets to hang another banner in the school. And for basketball, for the girls' side, it's like you said, it's been over 30 years. And now they get to have a night that they get to celebrate as well.
Right, and again, I look at this, Jason, this is going to be one of those that it's so spread out right now. There's girls everywhere, like you said, they're up, they're with their families, they're looking at the trophy. In about 15 to 20 minutes when this all dies down, that I think what I've been a part of, that's the electric time when they get to be together with their coaching staff, and they get to celebrate it together. Because we can talk at length about all the different things, and we can throw out that we're smart, and here are the matchups, and here are the keys to the game. They're the only ones in the gym every day working through this together. And the hours that and the sweat and the tears and the injuries that they've overcome to get to this point, they're the only ones that know, and they should have time to celebrate it together.
And this, I'm going to say, is the building blocks and the finish of the building blocks that TJ Super took over. Those girls helped as well during the early stages of this program to get to where it's at now with head coach TJ Super. Also, I'm going to give a shout out to, they might be watching some of his former players in Cook County. They were close, and now, they stay in touch with TJ all the time, and now they're making that run, and you can see it through TJ and how much pride he has in this program, his past programs on his teams throughout the years.
Such an excellent point, Jason, that Coach Super would be the first one to tell you this is a championship won by all the players from the last 30 years, since the last time. They all own a piece of this. Every one of these girls looked up to somebody that was playing before them. And you watch all the young kids around, now they're looking up to these ladies. And that's how tradition comes apart, and how these girls and how this coaching staff handles themselves. And I couldn't be happier for all of them. This is a great thing, and I don't want to make this about me at all. I got to witness my son at the state tournament. It's unbelievable. It's one of those things. I don't want to say it doesn't matter what happens when you get there, but you're there. And there's something about walking into the big lights. There's something to walk into the big arena. And there's something, if it's Williams Arena, my gosh, the history that you might get to go into. So really, some really, really cool stuff happening.
And right now, one of them, Robbie Cox,
sharing a little of the of his run here
as he cuts down his part. And now TJ Super will take the step up the ladder next.
And sometimes pictures say a lot more than words, Jason.
The gym floor is full of Yellow Jacket fans from the rim to the half-court line as they celebrate. And now a Super chant comes out. And TJ Super, not only what he does with the girls basketball team, but also the school. He's involved in everything. A couple weeks ago, he was kissing the critter for Perham FFA. He does a little bit of everything for the Yellow Jackets school, academically, athletically, just a whole piece of the puzzle.
Well, and you can go down to visiting with us, whether it's after a great win or a tough loss. He's the first one to come out and talk to us. That's a unique person, and Chris is doing an awesome job capturing this for us tonight. That smile of his, Jason, I don't care. It's contagious. I mean, and you can see where kids and his basketball team feeds off of that. It's unbelievable. And so I guess from my part, congratulations to, it starts with AD Aaron Anderson, Superintendent Mitch Anderson. You can go right down the line to Mr. Zimmerman, to Tracy in the office. Right down, you go to the parents and the hours they've spent and where they've taken everybody and how far they've gone, and probably rebounded thousands and thousands and thousands of shots. I hate to pull out any one thing, but I can't hardly imagine going into the Hive and not seeing Jeff Morris rebounding for Maya. They just give of themselves. And you know what? This is that time where they get to share that together, that all that hard work paid off. And I know I even talked to my fifth graders, Jason, of how important hard work is, and eventually it's going to pay off for you. And here it is living out right in front of us.
We'll take a quick timeout as our postgame show rolls along. We still have some awards and sponsors to thank on our postgame show. We'll take a break on the Main 2 Sports Network.
Hi, I'm Alec Meyer, and I'm a mortgage lender at United Community Bank. The best part about my job is I get to help people like you buy your dream home. At United Community Bank, we have many different loan options to best suit your needs. We offer loans with as little as 0% down and may have down payment assistance available to help you secure your first home. I'm Alec Meyer, and I'm a mortgage lender at United Community Bank. Stop in and see us or visit us online at ucbankmn.com.
United Community Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Reuter Family Dentistry, with locations in Perham and Wadena, welcomes new patients. Come meet the friendly and professional team and experience for yourself what it is patients love about Reuter Family Dentistry.
It's just nice to be in a small hometown knowing that you have a local dentist that cares about you, knows you, and wants to do what's best for you and your family.
At the Goose Gang, we believe there's a kid in all of us, and we are here to help you find the exciting new toy or game to bring a bit of extra fun to your day. We stock the best toys from around the world to promote learning, imagination, and play. Everything you need to bring your family together. No matter what you're looking for or what age your birth certificate says, we have something for everyone. Don't miss our handcrafted popcorn, wide selection of candy, or the specialty sodas. Treat yourself at the Goose Gang.
I drove 116 miles for a great deal at Quality Toyota.
How far would you drive to get a great deal at Quality Toyota? Tundra, RAV4, Tacoma. What's your number? Quality Toyota, Fergus Falls.
Can I have a piece of that Willy Willoughby? Wally Wibbly. Wiley's Wallabies. Wallaby Wallies? Wilby Wobbaby?
It's pronounced Wiley Wallaby.
Well, it's very good. It's called Wiley Wallaby, and it's delicious.
Welcome to Gene Sports Shop, located right on Main Street in Perham, Minnesota. We offer a full line of sporting goods and have everything you need for your next hunting or fishing adventure. As a third-generation family-owned business with over 60 years of experience, we pride ourselves on great customer service from our friendly, knowledgeable staff and are open 7 days a week for your convenience. We have you covered on all your fishing and hunting needs and have a great selection of clothing, bait, tackle, firearms, ammunition, and a full archery department. Gene Sports Shop, located in Perham.
I didn't know what a derecho was. Didn't know that kind of storm existed. I didn't worry a bit about my coverage. It did not let me down. I was not caught blindsided. The secret is to have an agent that gets you insured for your needs. If you don't have Farm Bureau, you don't have good insurance.
Contact Farm Bureau agent Michelle Beck in Perham at 218-345-4010.
Budget Blinds, based in Detroit Lakes, serving Perham, Fergus Falls, and Park Rapids, is celebrating its 30th anniversary. Whether you need blinds, shades, shutters, drapes, check out the entire inventory online, budgetblinds.com. Also, schedule a consultation on the website. Have more questions? Give them a call, 218-206-9599. Budget Blinds is backed by the #1 provider for custom window coverings in North America and is your local window coverings expert. Visit online, budgetblinds.com.
Every day, thousands of dogs in the Lakes area are told to stay. When they wanted to play at the Backyard Playcare, Doggy Daycare or Playcare is the perfect spot for your dog. 100% supervised playtime and 100% fun in a brand new facility that opens this fall. Contact the Backyard Boarding and Playcare at 218-346-4104 or check us out on Facebook today.
Welcome to Nias Family Sales, located just north of Highway 10 exit in Perham. Stop in today or visit NiasFamilySales.com to view the quality inventory of pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs. Nias Family Sales can offer financing options to fit your needs, no matter your credit history. Nias Family Sales also has an experienced and reliable parts and service department that's open extra hours to help fit your hectic schedule. Nias Family Sales, the Lakes area automotive leader since 1999.
Welcome back to the Detroit Lakes Fieldhouse as the Perham Yellow Jackets advance to the Class 2A state tournament with a 58-44 victory over Wadena Deer Creek tonight in a fun game, a great atmosphere. Both teams, the bands, the fans, they brought the energy.
Yeah. I'm almost speechless. It was just fun. It was a great game. It was well played. It was back and forth. It had everything that a Section 8 AA basketball, and I agree with you, Jason. I think it started with the fan base. And really, if I had to go back to it, I think it started with the pre-game videos of both teams. It just, all of a sudden, that hit the screen, and everything just amped up times 10, 20, 30 maybe even, as they were watching themselves on the big screens.
For a guy that said he was almost speechless.
That is almost speechless for me.
The Yellow Jackets moving on. Again, we'd like to thank our sponsors tonight for making tonight's broadcast possible. Magnify Financial, Minnesota Motors, Jacket Manufacturing. Make sure to visit jacket-manufacturing.com for more information and products available from Jacket Manufacturing. The Wadena State Bank with locations in Bluffton, Deer Creek, and Wadena. The Gorse Company. Visit gorsecompany.com to place your listing today. And Lance?
Hey, I'll run through a whole list of them, and I want to thank all of them equally because, man, without you, this would not happen, and it was a blast to be a part of. KLN, JLN Nutrition, The Backyard, Farm Bureau Financial Services, EOT Insurance, JFC Luxury Homes, Interiors by Winkles, River's Edge Cabinetry, Goose Group, Reuter Family Dentistry, Otter Fitness Garage, Perham Lakeside, Perham Health, Quality Toyota, Jeans Sport Shop, United Community Bank, Central Market, Budget Blinds, New Horizons Realty, City of Perham, Papacitos Burritos, The Cactus, Lakes Ace Hardware, Nias Family Sales, Hanson's Plumbing and Heating, Otter Express, Minnesota Motors, Magnify Financial, Perham Co-op, and last but not least, Ray's Sport and Marine of Perham.
Thank you again for your sponsorship of this broadcast and all broadcasts that we've had during the year. Now we'll name some awards that we like to give out that we have all year long. Our Farm Bureau Financial Services play of the game. It's going to be plays. It's going to go to the defensive play of Riley Mickelson tonight. She was our Central Market Deli sub of the game, but her steals, the energy, she really brought some energy off the bench tonight, and that was huge for the Yellow Jackets.
I think you can go a stretch in the first half, a stretch in the second half, where she probably tipped about 10 to 12 basketballs in each of those halves, and it wasn't always a steal, but it disrupted that offense, and it didn't let them get to the place that they wanted to be. So I agree wholeheartedly that when she came in the game, it was a difference.
our Minnesota Motors player of the game for the Wadena Deer Creek Wolverines. We're going to give it to two players tonight, seniors Madison Carson and Allie Pavic, for their time, dedication that they have put into not just the basketball program, but the multiple programs that they're part of.
Exactly, and it, again, the thrill of victory, the agony of defeat, but I think as time heals most things, Jason, they're going to look back at this run and go, wow, we were a part of something special, and 5 years down the line, they may be going, wow, look at what we started, because I have a feeling that you're going to hear from the Wolverines for many years to come.
Well, you kind of talk about it, the run that they made and the way they did it is something they'll definitely relive, and it's going to be around the bonfires in the next few years. Coming back from college and those visits, they're going to be like, we were the team that started this run.
Yeah, and I think for the younger players as well, you're going to be going, wow, I want to do that. That looks awesome. I want my picture up on the big screen. Yeah, they're trending upwards. There's no doubt about it. You look at definitely some big losses for the two seniors leaving the Wolverines, but what the Wolverines have coming back and the quality coaching staff they have, they're going to be heard from.
Our JFC Luxury Homes Interiors by Winkles Rivers Edge Cabinetry player of the game, it's Willow Thiel. She leads the way for the Yellow Jackets with 18 points, battled through a back injury a little bit through that game, but she was really dominant in the first half. And the thing that really helped her, it wasn't just the work inside. She hit a pair of big three-pointers.
Right, and to me, that's bonus buckets, and I'm sure Coach Super would feel the same way. I just thought the key to the game was, and we had it for WDC, limit possessions, and you can't give the Yellow Jackets 2-3 shots at the basket. And Willow, this whole tournament, has been relentless of going to the basket, getting rebounds, and getting second shots for the Yellow Jackets. And I would guess second chance scoring probably was the difference in tonight's game.
The Yellow Jackets move on with a 58-44 victory. They'll play Wednesday night at either 6 or 8 o'clock at Williams or Materi Pavilion.
Yeah, and either place is going to be a great place to play. It's one of those things that now you sit and wait. You sit and wait to find out who else made it, who didn't, were there upsets. They're going to seed 1 through 5, I believe, and then 6, 7, and 8 are a random draw. Again, you don't want to look ahead. You hope if you're a random draw, you don't draw Providence Academy, because you got to see them live on Magnitude Sports, and I can't imagine many teams want them as their first round play game.
But there's this old theory, too. I agree with you. You don't want to see them, but you have to beat them to win the title. And it's a tough draw. The defending state champions. There was one upset we know of. Pequot Lakes did go down tonight. So a potential there for the Yellow Jackets having a team in front of them go down, because they lost to Pequot Lakes earlier this year. So the potential's there for the Yellow Jackets to be seeded. They were a top 10 team all year long.
Yeah, was it Esco?
I
don't know who knocked them off. We should be better on this. We got so wrapped up in the Yellow Jackets that we could start to look at some of those things, who's winning and who's not winning. But again, that would tend to lead unless QRF is different there. But again, there's so many things that come into play as we're going through all of the things that are happening. But again. Looking at some of the scores, we can kind of help you out. Albany, top sock center, 49-41.
Crosby Ironton over Pequot Lakes.
Crosby Ironton. And here's the interesting thing. We talked about one freshman from Providence. There's a freshman that's pretty good from Crosby Ironton, too, getting looks kind of across the state already. So, that's kind of a win, and it's nice to look through our scores and see Perham 58, Wadena Deer Creek 44.
And then you look, Providence Academy, Holy Family, yeah, you'd want to avoid them. 89-35 victories tonight over Holy Family. That was a championship game.
And Holy Family's no slouch. They would come into a lot of sections and do a lot of damage in these championship games. And Providence obviously left, no doubt, almost scoring 90, and defensively must be playing really well as well. So lots of good things. Follow on your local channels and find out.
PerhamYellowJackets.com.
There you go. That's what, Jason, that's why you get paid the big bucks. So that was what a great night for the Yellow Jackets and fans, and we just I've just enjoyed covering these ladies all year, and Coach Super has been great to work with, and I'm just so proud to be a part of what they do and being able to bring their games to you in your home. And it's been a fun year, and the best I think is yet to come.
We thank you all for tuning in. First of all, we'd like to thank Chris Hovden. Great job, magnificent job on the camera tonight. For Lance Rock, I'm Jason Groth. We thank you for tuning in. The Yellow Jackets are Section 8 2A champions. Have a good night.
Seating has been a presentation of the Magnitude Sports Network. Don't forget to subscribe, click the bell, and visit our website at magnitudesn.com for a schedule of our upcoming broadcasts.